Hi, I'm Raymond, and you're listening to Insert Quest here. Today's quest is Magical Fury. This is just going to be a one-shot. It's got a tentative name that will probably change as we find out more about the story. The tentative name is Blue Collar Boys. I really hope that I come up with something better. But now we're going to have our wonderful players introduce themselves, starting with
Ryan. Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan. You might recognize me from such podcasts as Ragnarok. And I'm not going to introduce my character yet because we're making those on air.
Indeed.
Starting with Alex. Hey, everybody. I'm Alex, and you might recognize my voice from the highly popular podcast Ragnarok, which Raymond sometimes brings up for no reason while we're playing Base Raiders.
Shut up. Ragnarok. It's like RPPR, but without the constant buy my book. Isn't that the recommendation somebody gave on?
Yep. That's our slogan.
Hello. Oh, is it not my turn?
No, it is your turn. Say your name, though.
Hi, I'm Eric. You might know me from such podcasts as Ragnarok. And if you're listening to this in 2048, A Splash of Flair. I will make a podcast called that by that 2048.
Should I put that onto my Patreon goals?
I need like a Reddit thing, like a reminds me 32 years from now.
Siri, set reminder for... Alright, fantastic. So, Magical Fury is a RPG about magical girls, as in the magical girl genre of anime. We begin play as mundane people living in a, as far as we know, mundane world. So we're going to start that off. Each player creates their character, and we start with our normal girl. Now, we're going to do some different things. All of our players are starting off as boys, or men, in some cases, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So first we're going to pick names, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. They all have the questions in front of them, so they'll be filling that out now. Ryan, what is the surname of your character? Because I feel like that'll be relevant to the other two.
We talked about the name Braxton.
Braxton? Braxton's a good name.
So, I'm Gus Braxton.
All right, cool. Alex?
Aiden.
And Eric, does your character have a name yet?
Yep, his name is Mark.
Mark Braxton. All right, so my understanding is that... Actually, I should write these all down for myself.
Mark with a C, not with a K.
Oh, isn't that how Mark
like the
Wahlberg
opposite of
spells
me.
his name?
I think... Is it? No, he spells with a K.
Oh, I thought he spelt it.
I figure, when we're playing role-playing games, there's supposed to be something we're not. And my name is spelled with a K when it's usually with a C.
All right, so give me those names again, starting with Ryan.
I'm Gus.
Gus
Braxton.
And then we have Aiden.
Aiden.
Aiden. Braxton. And Mark Braxton.
Mark. Like cram, but backwards.
You're correct. It is like cram backwards.
Thank you for pointing that out. I'm sure
No
that's
problem.
There's a town near me called Brankston. So we'll see if I fuck that up. Sweet. So my understanding is that Gus is a single dad?
Yeah, I was thinking that... What do you guys think? Do you think Mom left, or do you think that she died?
How depressing do we want to go?
That's up to you guys.
Because if we want to be super depressing, Mom's dead. If we just want to be a little depressing, Mom left.
I think Mum left is more depressing, personally.
Depends how she died.
Well, yeah, it
Or how
also
she
depends why she left.
That's true. Ryan, what'd you do to make our mom hate us?
Okay.
She just plumb
why don't we-
wasn't cut out for it.
She really
why don't we
wanted
go
my
with
name
this?
to end with a K.
Why don't-
Remember what I said about tone?
I'm sorry.
Why don't
Sorry.
Why don't we go with this? So we're a blue collar family from a small town that is kind of on the verge of dying, and she always wanted more out of life. She wanted to. I don't know. She always wanted to.
Visit Paris.
Yeah, see the world, to travel, and she wasn't getting the opportunities to travel. Every time we had saved money for a vacation, or I promised I would take her away, something happened, the roof collapsed or the basement flooded, and we never got there. And
She wanted
one
Paris,
day
and the best we could do is Peoria.
Yeah. One day she woke up and she realized that she was, maybe I was thinking.
She was stuck in a dead-end town with a no-end marriage.
Yeah, basically.
She's a
And she
small-town
decided-
girl living in a lonely world.
She took the midnight
I don't
train
get it.
going anywhere, and
Not
She
Paris.
Wound up in Jersey.
Oh, God. She's better off where we were.
so maybe every once in a while we get a postcard from her.
Maybe. You get a
They're always-
postcard. There's nothing on it.
Yeah, they're
It
always
just
dressed in
arrives.
No, Eric and I get a postcard.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Like maybe Dad doesn't know.
Oh,
Or
no,
Dad
no.
Dad pretends not to know. Like he's like, "Oh, kids, go get the mail, because I don't want to risk it." All right, cool. So, what does being a dad mean to you, Gus?
Being a dad means working hard, providing for my family, and setting an example for my boys.
That will be important later. What does being a older brother, or a brother in general, mean to you, Aiden?
Can I roll for it on the random table?
Ooh.
I don't know if the random table will apply to the way we've changed your questions, but by all means, have a crack
Well,
at
you know what? I'm going to roll, and I'm going to see what comes up.
it. You might get the worst possible outcome.
Yep. All right.
Here's
Let's see.
hoping.
So I rolled 2d6.
Shops with penguin logos keep opening in town.
This works. This actually works. Doing all the real work.
Ooh, yeah, my older brother had that experience.
Yeah, so I figure Aiden's like late 17, 18, probably like a senior or, junior in high school. And Dad's working, quote unquote, all the time. So anything that has to be done around the house, Aiden does. He cooks, he cleans, he helps Mark with his homework. He takes care of, the lawn and everything. He just does everything. He's basically Dad because Dad's not around.
He's Dad too. Electric Boogaloo.
He's Dad too, the son of Dad.
Now, Mark, you're a young man, but a young boy. But apparently, you've been struggling with your identity. Do you want to tell us about that some?
Yeah, basically Mark isn't really sure of his place in the world right now. He's not really sure who he is. He's trying to figure that out. He doesn't know exactly what it is that is wrong, that feels wrong, but he knows something feels wrong.
Mark, what does being a girl mean to you?
Oh, you want me to answer it that way? Shoot.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll on the table?
Yeah, sure. I got the table open on my iPad here.
Awesome.
Hold on.
Yeah, so you roll 2d6s and you use it like a d100.
6 and 2. Oh, that works. No one understands me.
Being a girl means no one understands you.
Oh, well,
which
that
is-
works. That works for
Which
my
is
regular name.
incidentally also what it means for being a boy. So that's interesting that you got that. Cool. So now we're going to look at your fears.
I'm just one of the fears on the list is terrorism.
That's
I
a good
mean,
fear.
that would work. Gus, what are you afraid of?
Gus is afraid of admitting that he needs help.
Ooh, that will be fun later.
I would just like to point out that terrorism is on the list right between spiders and the dark.
Well, I mean, they're both about as rational fear as one another, to be honest.
Let's see. Aiden rolled.
If
Oh,
you
well,
think about it, fear of terrorism and fear of the dark are the same fear, depending on what you mean when you say the dark.
well, there was literally
Oh,
one fear on this list that is not applicable to my character, and that's the one I rolled, which is motherhood.
All right, so do you want to
So,
roll again or
Yeah,
make
I'm going to roll again.
I mean, you could flip that and make it fatherhood. Maybe your girlfriend's pregnant.
You know what? I'm going to flip it. I'm afraid of fatherhood, not because my girlfriend's pregnant, but because now that my scholarship's gone, I'm afraid that, you know what? I don't even have to roll for it. So Aiden is afraid of the future because
That
with
works
his scholarship gone, he's worried he's just going to turn into a loser fuck up like his dad.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, that's the way he sees it.
Yeah, that's the way
Sorry,
Aiden
Dad.
sees it. I understand it, but, Gus works hard, Alex.
Yeah,
And
I know.
what are you afraid of?
I was going to roll, but then I found one on the table that I think works well for it. I just went with social rejection.
Nice. So you're always trying to fit in, but, not quite making it. Oh, man.
Right.
I'm feeling Mark in my soul. All right. And finally, what is your wish, Gus?
So I just rolled this to see what I rolled, since everyone was showing so much love for the random tables.
There's so many
And-
random tables you can use in this
Yes.
book.
I got the most depressing answer for my character, which is for the world to end.
Oh,
wow.
jeez.
Are you
So-
going to go with that?
Yes.
All right.
Gus just wants this all to be over.
Yeah, he doesn't really think about what that means, but it's what he wants. Aiden, what's your wish?
Aiden's wish is, to get into a good college.
That works. It's going to be a lot
Yeah.
harder now.
Well, yeah, but it means he's got to. I figure Aiden was never he's not dumb, but he's average. He was an average student, and he was really counting on the football scholarship to get him into college. So now he has to work a lot harder in school if he wants to, make it.
Did you hear about MIT's new Magical Girl Scholarship? Oh yeah,
Ooh.
man, it's such an easy one to get into.
Well, you got to be as a magical girl, but who has that?
They
Yeah,
want to get more reincarnated demons into education and into engineering.
into STEM.
We need equal representation in the field.
Mark, what's your wish?
All right, well, I'm debating between two. I had originally written to finally know who I am, but then I decided to roll, and I came up with for my mom to be there for me.
Oh man, please go with that because that works so well for what I have planned.
Well, then it's in. That's it, for my mom to be there for me.
Oh, so good. Actually, I might change what I had planned because I can think of something even better.
Uh-oh.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm
Eric.
changing it.
Yeah, so you guys can add other details if you want. It says here that we should assume you're all friends. In this case, you're all family.
Yep.
Doesn't necessarily mean we're friends, but we are.
It does actually also point out here that your characters don't necessarily have to be girls at the start of the game. They could be older or male. So, indeed, I think one of the reasons we chose to be dudes is because one of the changes you get when you
Yeah. Is
when
become a
you
girl.
when you change for the first time is become a girl. So yeah.
I'm taking that as a freebie.
Maybe not. Could we be
So
magical girl boys? Magical boys?
I do want to do a magical boys game one day.
But that's not this day.
But that's not this game.
Okay.
All
All right,
I think
Aragorn.
there's a magical boy anime actually where like
There
there's a
is?
whole bunch of magical girls and then the boys are like sort of outcast or something, which is an interesting twist.
Yeah.
In that it's sort of like anyway, that's another story. So I'm going to describe where you guys live. Now you're in agricultural land, you know, a rural farming community, a large-ish town. Like there's, you know, back in the day, this is where the grain trains stopped to fill up, and the cows were loaded into boxcars and things like that. Now that's sort of grinding to a halt. Trucks are used more commonly for that sort of stuff, but it's still that kind of place. You know, there's smaller towns that are sort of like satellite towns around yours, and people like come in here to get a you know combine harvester fixed or something. But yeah, the town is not dead, but it's showing the signs of dying. Like businesses are closing down, and it's becoming the things that are here are becoming a lot more generalized. There's no new industry. Everything here is just stuff to support farming, and anything new and innovative is like dying out. Uh, wheat is a big crop here. And it is the let's say it's the opening. No. It's late spring at the moment. But what's one beautiful thing about the place you live? You guys can all make suggestions, and I'll pick the one that I think fits the nicest.
My suggestion is going to be random.
Of course it is.
My one beautiful thing. Is my that one doesn't work.
Oh.
The beach.
No, it was your exceptionally kind older sister.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
No. Do we each pick one beautiful thing, or is it just one beautiful thing?
You each pick one, and then I choose one that is the thing. So you each suggest
the most beautiful.
one.
Ah.
But I'll pick the one that I think is most thematically relevant.
You know what?
It's meant to be I just pick one, but I'd rather you guys got to have some input.
I'm gonna show my film geekery and
hallway.
my love of Days of Heaven, and I'm gonna say the rolling wheat fields at sunset.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That
if you're
exact
both
thing?
going to say that, maybe it's.
I was going to say the rolling heat fields of the sunset. It was in my head.
Yeah, I'm just going to say the wheat fields.
Well, I'm going to be different and say the mild, pleasant weather. Now choose.
I feel like the rolling wheat fields at sunset is more evocative, just because of the way it was described. Whereas you were just like the weather.
Fine, thanks.
And now the one beautiful thing in our lives, the weather.
Is it a
Waiting for
song?
the bus in the rain.
It's on the table.
And now the new track from One Beautiful Thing in Our Lives, the weather. Oh man, I don't want to go to that town. All right, one ugly thing, a beautiful thing about your town is the rolling wheat fields at sunset. But what's one ugly thing?
I'm sorry, Ryan.
You're not sorry at all.
That's not. Wow, that's weird. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say the ugly thing is the the massive number of people addicted to drugs and alcohol.
That's a good one.
That is one of the ones in the suggestion, I believe, on the table.
Yeah, kind of. It says rampant drug abuse among the population, but
Yeah.
saying drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Sports fans with a habit of rioting.
That on there? Oh, man. Does anybody have an evocative one odd thing in the town?
Let's see what a roll gets me.
Yeah. Let's see what the chart has to say. The table.
The chart gave me a lot of people have been getting sick lately. What? A girl who seems to be eating old vases.
What?
We are not using that one. No,
Like-
sir. I
like-
veto.
Yeah. What? Eating old vases?
Yes, that's
what
what,
kind
it
of
said.
vases?
Old ones.
I can
Oh,
think so.
never
The one odd thing is meant to kind of foreshadow that there's something weird going on in town and magical
Yeah.
girl shit's about to happen. Like it's obvious to the viewer in an anime that that's what the thing is, but you're just like, what the fuck? And then go to class, or go to your club meeting or whatever.
I rolled the number 6 seems to be turning up all the time lately.
Nice. So what's the result for that? Oh, the number 6 seems to be turning up a lot lately. Is one of the options.
Right.
All right.
Jeez, don't sound so excited about it.
No. I am going to take the number 6 suggestion and work it in, but it's not the one odd thing.
Oh.
I will reveal the one odd thing in play, but
We're just used to 6s.
Our whole town is 6s.
no. I'm going to work in the 6th thing, but it's not the one that I'm going to go with because there's another one that I think will work similarly.
Sometimes you just gotta roll the hard 6.
Gotta know when to hold them.
Know when to fold. No, that's from Battlestar when you gotta roll the hard 6.
Ah, of
New
course.
Battlestar.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen the old one.
I had a comment, but I'm not sure what the mature contents rating rule is, so I will
Well,
keep it
we're
quiet.
Australian, and I frequently say cunt, so
Oh.
does that help you?
It's just something about hard 6.
Oh, hard 6? Say it in a New Zealand accent. Oh, yes, you gotta roll the hard 6.
You'll have to forgive us. The only New Zealand accent that many Americans have been exposed to is that one guy from Flight of the Conchords.
You mean those 3 guys from Flight of the Conchords? 3 of them are
Oh,
New
yeah, they were New
Zealanders.
Zealanders.
They're all, yeah.
They were New Zealanders. I forgot.
I saw
All right.
Bad Taste a couple of months ago, but that was about.
I think the Bushwhackers in WWF were from New Zealand.
So, your town is in the rural central plains of Agricultura. Miles, kilometers, leagues from the ocean. And, all of the industries are just there to support in some way farming. There's not a lot going on in town. There's not really a thriving entertainment industry. There's the cinema and there's the football field. So
High school football.
yeah.
Yep.
So drugs and alcohol are a bit of a problem in town. It's actually kind of ugly, on a Friday and Saturday night. You don't want to be a young girl out in town, or a young boy out in town, or an old man out in town. don't want to be anyone sober in town. Yeah, it's not the worst place in the world, but the abuse of drugs and alcohol here it's getting pretty far out of hand.
Yeah.
You can
But-
take your pick: heroin, crack, meth, or booze.
Or combo.
Just be careful with that one.
Or you could have a reefer sandwich. However, something weird, a bit out of the ordinary, something that's been happening lately is there's no birds in town. Crows, ravens, things like that used to be pretty common, but like kind of haven't seen a lot lately. You know, it's something in the back of your mind. It's probably seasonal or something like that, you know. Birds flying south for the spring. That's a thing, right? Weird.
Well, over
Anyway.
here, I mean, I won't. I was saying over here, it's south for the winter.
Well, yeah, it is generally south for the winter, but like that's the explanation you justify to yourself. There must be going north for the spring.
Something.
Yeah, they're going
Yeah,
another direction for
Just
spring.
doing,
Clearly.
you know, bird things.
Yeah, birds, they're strange creatures. Ryan, do you drive the boys to school? Of the
Sure,
morning?
let's go. Let's go with yes.
All right, so you're up first, I'm going to say. You've probably been up for a while. It's time to get the kids off to school. What does the morning routine look like in the Braxton house?
Hmm.
This
I
is
feel
also an opportunity to describe your characters as you enter this scene as well. So you can start with Gus, and then like maybe Gus goes and wakes up Aiden. It's like, oh, we're gonna make your brother breakfast, and then yeah, or whatever.
I feel like Gus is kind of he's a middle-aged guy. He's got kind of a paunch, thinning strawberry blonde hair and like sideburns, and a big mustache.
Yes.
The alarm is going off. He basically like punches the alarm clock off of the bedside table and then swears and throws the covers off and picks it up and shuts it off. His bedroom is just a mess. The bed looks like it's been slept in and the sheets haven't been washed in months. He's got a couple of empties on his nightside table. His nightstand, and just like rubbing the sleep out of his eyes. He starts picking up the cans on his bedside table and shaking them to see if there's anything left in them, and he calls out, "Aiden!"
Aiden is already awake because he knows how his dad is useless in the morning. So he's been up for like a half hour. He's already showered and shaved, and is getting breakfast ready. How cold? So I'll ask you, Ryan. Does Aiden call you Dad or Gus?
I don't know. I feel like it would be a major thing if you ever called him Gus. So maybe you tried it once or twice, but it was just too much of a pain in the ass to not show your father respect.
Okay. So Aiden sticks his head. Yeah.
Get your
Aiden's.
brother's cereal ready.
I should describe. Aiden is tall. He's a little bit taller than his father. He's probably like 6'2", broad-shouldered. He's got like short cropped, dirty blonde hair, clean shaven, like a high school quarterback because he was until very recently. He's got a brace on his leg, on his knee, and he still walks with a bit of a limp. He can get around, but you could tell he's still recovering from an injury. And he goes, "Yeah, it's already ready."
Good
Can
boy.
I get you a cup of coffee? You look like you need it.
Nah. Gus finds the ass end of a beer that he didn't finish the night before and downs it with a grimace. And he goes, "Just make sure your brother's awake."
Yeah, I'm on it. And then Aiden goes and knocks on Mark's door. Mark, come on. Breakfast.
I'm gonna say that Mark is like kind of just waking up now. He usually wakes up a little later, but yeah, like he's still kind of in the process of rolling out of bed when he gets the call from Aiden. Yeah, I'm up. I'll be there in a minute, all right? I'll be there. Give me a second. He looks around his room. I picture him as keeping the room kind of clean-ish, but like not like neat freak levels or anything. He gets up. He's kind of a scrawny kid. He definitely did not inherit the height of his father. That all went to Aiden. Yeah, so he heads out to take a quick shower before going out for his breakfast because I think he would like to do that.
All right. So you guys grab your showers and your breakfasts. Is there discussion over breakfast, or is it a swift shoveling of food as everyone realizes they're late? Or does no
Mark
one care if they're late?
I see Mark is Mark will be keeping kind of quiet today. He has a little secret that he's not mentioning to his family about something.
I'm a magic girl!
What type of like how warm? Like what time of year is it? I missed
Early
that.
spring.
It's spring. It's
Or was it late
it's late spring. It's late spring because summer is coming. End of the school year. Everything's described in seasons.
Yep.
All right, so I figure he's wearing jeans today, long jeans, and that's important to him.
Are they
Because of
black
his little-
jeans, faded jeans, or are they like blue?
They're light blue. He made sure they're long enough.
Yeah, traditional spring clothes for this part of the world. Gotta wear your blue jeans.
Should I just say what his secret is?
You can save it and reveal it for a appropriately dramatic moment.
I'll save it for a dramatic moment.
Yeah, I don't know what your secret is. I think it would be kind of cool if you wait and reveal when
I know.
Yeah, indeed. Cool.
Secret.
Do we want to do like a breakfast scene? I feel like maybe that would be.
Well, you can either do a breakfast scene, or you can just like save it for the drive to school. Like maybe you guys don't talk over breakfast, but you talk on the ride to school. I mean, whatever.
I figure that when Mark comes in, like Aiden, there's a bowl of cereal pre-poured with the carton of milk next to it, so it didn't get soggy while Mark was in the shower. And Aiden is just finishing up he's like, all right, hurry up, buddy. We have to leave in a minute.
Off-brand Fruity Rings because Fruit Loops are too expensive. Fruity Discs.
Ooh.
I think it's Fruitios.
Fruitios.
Whatever the generic store brand is.
Fruit Zeros.
Fruit Knots.
I like Fruit Nuts. So Gus comes out, and I'm trying to decide if he has told everyone that he has been laid off. What do you guys think?
I feel like Aiden knows, or at least highly suspects, because it's weird how Dad suddenly has so much free time and wants to drive us to school, and is home when we get home.
All right.
I figure
But
Mark's had
maybe,
a lot of...
Maybe he's just been made casual. He's been made
Mhm.
part-time, which is worse than being fired.
I
Funny
feel like
how,
Mark's got a lot on his mind, and he hasn't really caught on yet.
funny how all of a sudden we're eating Fruit Knots.
Yeah.
No, I figured that part hasn't changed. We were
Machinist
never
in a small
Fruit Loops
town.
family.
I can't imagine it's high pay.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Gus comes out and he's like wearing his old work clothes. I picture kind of grease-stained blue jeans. He's wearing overalls.
No, not overalls. Drill. Do you guys have drill? It's like a treated cotton that, like, it's a lot of work clothes are made out of it. So they end up looking a bit like cargo pants, but with like this semi-fire retardant cloth. Lots of road workers wear them, machinists and stuff like that.
Maybe? I don't know if we call it drill.
It's the name of the material. It's not what the clothes are called necessarily. But the point is, it's pants and button-up shirt normally, and like you wear like a tee under it or whatever, and that way you can take the shirt off, tie it around your waist, because it's like a long sleeve button-up shirt, and they're like normal pants, as opposed to say overalls or jeans. It's sort of a in-betweeny place.
Okay.
Normally overalls will be made of a similar material.
I kind of like that. He's got that's more what I was picturing anyway. Like, he's got some kind of treated cloth pants, and a button-up shirt with a tee underneath. Nothing loose because he works around machinery.
Steel cap boots with the steel cap showing through one of them.
Yeah.
Oh no! If you lift heavy shit, you don't wear steel toe boots.
Oh, I hate that myth
Here.
so much. I wear fucking steel cap boots.
I don't know. My cousin works for the sanitation department. He's like, you don't wear steel toe boots in New York City. He works for the New York City sanitation department. He told me that.
I mean, you do you. Well, let's not get into an argument about the steel toe boots.
We will get into an argument about that right now. Okay, I'm kidding.
We'll save that for the scene at work.
Dad, how many times do I have to tell you, don't wear steel toe boots?
Sorry, son. I got fired for a reason. I insisted on coming to work in my steel-toed boots.
Hey, Gus, I told you before, you got to stop obeying occupational health and safety, man. You got to stop that shit. You're going to lose your toes in a lifting accident. Yeah, or I'll
These
lose
steel-toed boots are who I am.
Or I'll lose my toes in a lifting accident. Either way, I lose my toes.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
Gus comes out wearing some kind of working class outfit, and he snags the morning paper from the table because one of the routines that I'm guessing Aiden has no doubt adopted is setting the morning paper out for his father.
Yeah.
He gets out like a felt marker, and he's flipping through.
Classified's already earmarked.
Yeah. Already opened. funny how it's not open to the sports page. It's open to the classifieds.
Right.
What a
What's the
coincidence.
what's the sports page gonna say? Like, oh, in other news, our high school team got into a brawl on the field with another high school team from a county over.
Well, honestly, I mean, depending where we're setting it, the sports page for the local high school team would be very well read in certain places.
Yeah, true.
And you probably wouldn't want to focus on that anyway, because it would probably be like a big splash of the new quarterback.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I was just thinking about
Aiden
that,
fucking
yeah.
hates it.
Look at the new quarterback. Look how attractive he is. And his grades are so good.
And he can move his leg properly.
Yeah, he's got a rich future ahead of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run him down with my truck and fucking.
Aiden, you're mumbling angrily again.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, Gus sits down and kind of gives Aiden a sidelong glance, like wondering if he knows, and then just sort of starts thumbing through the classifieds. And he without looking up, he goes, "So, how's school, boys?"
It's okay, I guess. It could be better.
Yeah, it's great. My future's in shambles, but whatever. Come on, finish up, Mark.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I got it. It's all right. Is there some good cereal? It's a different type than we usually get.
Thought we'd
Yeah,
try
well,
something new.
When I went shopping, I figured we'd give it a shot.
I kind of like the other one better, but this is good too.
All right, well, I'll see if I can get the old one next time.
All right, cool. Thanks. That's good.
Looks at father accusingly.
Yeah. So does Mark have like long hair?
Yeah, I figure he would be growing it out a little bit.
Okay.
It's probably a fairly recent thing, so it's not too long yet.
So it's like emo long right now.
Yeah, kind of around that area.
Aiden gets up while they're finishing. He goes in his room, grabs his backpack, goes in Mark's room, grabs Mark's backpack, comes out. You got all your books in here?
Yeah. I packed them all up. I have everything for every class, all set.
All right. Ready to go, Dad?
You guys have the clothes that you wear to school on.
Yeah. Aiden's just got like a generic sports team T-shirt for the local popular sports team, and his dark.
I feel
blue
like
jeans.
you could use one of the tables to make up the local sports team because you basically use the themes.
The themes.
You use the example colors and then the magical themes.
Oh, hold on. I have that open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it.
You just eliminate things like healing or hate. I mean, maybe hate. Maybe the purple hate is your football team.
So it's the gray.
Rainbows.
The gray. The gray stars. That kind of works.
I don't know.
That works.
I don't know.
That sounds
I
like
don't
a
know if mine
Space Marine chapter.
I don't know if mine works. I got the purple gravity.
Yeah, I feel like that's a musical number. Yeah, the gray stars. Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to paint up my new gray stars chapter.
Yeah. Even our sports team is depressing. Gray.
Yeah. Wow.
Welcome to Gray Star Stadium. It's
These
another
stars used to be bright,
cloudy,
but then
overcast
they died.
day. Yeah, so he's got
Gray
it's a
stars,
gray
but
shirt.
like the name Gray, like maybe it's like Gray.
Well, when I say local, I mean like the state, like
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
New York Yankees.
Oh,
kind of.
okay, yeah, all right.
I will say
So,
football. We'll say football, but we won't say if we mean football, American football, or soccer.
Yeah.
Keep it
Well, I
vague.
was more thinking football gridiron or football rugby.
Okay.
It's an odd combination of the two. It's a hybrid football.
I think that would be Irish football is kind of a combination of rugby and gridiron.
Yeah.
It has a round ball like soccer, though.
What will those Irish think of next?
I don't know. Gay marriage, embezzling,
Anyway, yes.
potato.
So he's wearing a sports t-shirts, and jeans, and like a pair of red Chuck Taylors. Just stereotypical. Actually, no, he's probably wearing a pair of boots, old boots.
Yeah. Gus, as you boys are getting their stuff and you're looking at the paper and slowly eating your breakfast, your phone starts going off. It's your alarm that you've got set. That's like, now is the absolute latest you can leave to get to work on time. And it's just depressing that is going off because you don't have to go to work because you're fucking unemployed.
Gus takes it out of his pocket and thumbs it off, and pretends to his kids that that's their school alarm, and he says, "Well, come on, let's hustle. Gotta get you boys to school."
Yeah, you thumb it off your cracked screen.
It's an iPhone 4.
Yeah. It takes like half an hour to disappear off the task tray.
I figured it's probably like a Boost mobile phone.
I don't know. I mean, he would have had a smartphone. You kind of need it. Like, if it's a choice between smartphone and computer in
Yeah, it's
rural
smartphone.
town, you choose smartphone.
Yeah.
Because then you don't need the computer as much, especially if you're someone like Gus. Like, he's not doing AutoCAD drawings. He's just, checking his roster. And
Well, maybe that was the problem.
he refused to go to the local technical college and learn some AutoCAD. They wanted you to upskill, and you were like, nah, I'm fine.
I was actually thinking about a horribly depressing scene where Gus goes to the local public library to go to like a computer skills class.
Oh, nice.
Like
I don't think we'll get that far, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, actually, we might. I can
That's
think
his
of where that
plan. That's his plan for the day. He's going to drop the kids off at school and then go to the local public library because they're having like a Microsoft Office,
All right, so you guys are rushing out the door, and you get in your pickup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's agricultural, middle of nowheresville. Of course, it's a pickup.
I'm surprised you had to ask.
You jump. I just wanted to clarify. It wasn't asking. You drive down the road, and you guys see. As you're driving down the road, you see one of your neighbors loading their stuff up into a moving van. Looks like they're getting out of Dodge or wherever, heading to big city capital of state town.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually somebody that used to spend a lot of time with in your younger years at school, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
They're leaving, so more friends you don't have now.
Last name for them. Let's see. Let's just go with the Smiths.
Yeah, the Smiths. Smiths.
Oh, this. I didn't know the Smiths were moving away.
Gus?
Well, Tim can't afford to keep the place anymore.
Oh, Oh,
Someone at jobs in IT out here.
Mm.
oh, that sucks. I thought. Oh well, it's all right. Oh well.
He's got
Aiden,
himself.
you heard that Tim, the Smiths are moving to the next state over because Tim's got a job in drone farming,
Ooh.
which is gonna put more and more people in this town out of the job.
Aiden says, yeah, he's going to go work with drones and even better agricultural methods. It's just what we need.
Oh wow. That doesn't sound. Well, I mean, good for him, I guess, but. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's a crime against nature, boys. Fucking robots putting honest people out of work.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
robots. Aiden gives a knowing glance at his father.
Guys, stop at one of the 3 sets of traffic lights in town. There's no one else at the intersection, but you're stuck on a red light. Waiting,
Yeah.
waiting for the red light to go green. It feels like an eternity
It-
waiting for the lights to change.
Is it normally this long? It doesn't really feel like it's normally this. We gotta get to school.
Yeah, just go, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, just go. Just break the law. Just set a bad example for your kids by breaking the law. There's nobody around to see you, Gus. Who's gonna know? Lie to your kids. Be a bad example.
We'll go when the light is green, son.
Okay, well then, are you going to explain to our homeroom teachers that we were late because we were stuck at a red light that wouldn't change? I'm sure that they'll appreciate that. You know, what with us missing class and all.
Yeah, it's been red a long time now.
Just as you say that, it goes green.
Oh. All right.
See? There you go.
It was a long time.
You guys pull up to the school just as like the first bell rings. So you rush off to class. Well, to homeroom.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Mark. Have a good day.
Yeah,
Have
have
a
a
good day
good
at
day at work.
Yeah, Gus, have a good day at work. Aiden, what is the last class that you have in the day?
The last class I have in the day, it's probably something like we live in a small town. It's an auto shop.
Nice. Mark, what's the class you have before lunch?
Before lunch, let's see. I think that would be maybe his math class.
So Gus, you drop the kids off and you see them go into town, and you let them sigh.
You're breaking up a little.
Oh, I didn't know if that was just my internet or not. All right.
No,
Give me one moment. How's that sound?
the same.
Yeah.
Same? Give me a second.
Oh, a little better.
A little better.
How about now?
No.
Alright, so what I want you guys to do, Gus, tell me what you do this morning.
Yeah, like I said, public library, computer fluency, and Microsoft Office skills class
At the local library.
at the local library.
All right. Well, today we're going to go over how to create and save a file. You laugh. That's what they do.
I know. I believe it.
because you got to start somewhere.
So Gus has like a thumb drive, and you can see him. While the class is going on, he's kind of like henpecking out a resume, hunt and peck.
What was Gus's job?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Maybe he was something like semi-skilled, like an assembly line worker, or I think when I originally came up with the character, it was a welder. So maybe he does like maintenance and repair on the farm equipment, or he did.
That's us, like some sort of maintenance guy, and they got better equipment. They don't need a maintenance guy anymore, or at least as many.
Sweet. How's that sound?
The same.
Yeah, it's the same.
I don't know why it's doing it, to be honest, because there's nothing up with my internet.
Just wanted to let you know, so if you listen to it later and it sounds like you're chainsawing, you know why.
Is it that bad?
Hey, I'm supposed to be
pretty
chainsawing.
crackly.
Yeah, it is.
Damn it. I don't really know.
The wonders of live internet entertainment.
Yep.
It's annoying, 'cause mine's normally fine.
Internet-tainment.
What else can I do?
Eric, while Raymond's figuring that out, sing a song.
Sometimes you gotta go to places you don't want to go, but sometimes you don't go anyway because you don't have to follow the rules. You're your own man. Do what you want. Go break the law. Get arrested.
All right. Now we're setting a bad example. Eric, stop. That took a turn.
So Mark is in his math class?
Yeah.
Okay. What can we...
I liked my song.
Does Mark like math?
It's about the same as any of the other subjects he's in. He's kind of, he's there. He does his work. He gets okay grades. It's just not. He doesn't know what he's interested in right now.
Okay.
He doesn't hate it. He doesn't love it.
He just is.
So that's what's up with Meyer.
Does Mark have any friends in his math class, or is he sort of a loner?
He's
More of a loner.
Yeah, definitely more of a loner. He doesn't have, he has one or two casual acquaintances, but no one he makes a regular thing of talking to.
What's his relationship like with the rest of the school in general? Does he get made fun of a lot? Or does he just fly under the radar?
Yeah, he gets made fun of a fair amount. He tries to just ignore it and hope it'll go away, but it hasn't. So hopefully it will.
Should we dip into Ryan's deep well of high school trauma?
Oh God!
No.
To provide an example. All right, so how about we'll go with this? So, Mark, you are paying attention in school in your math class,
right?
And you look over where some kids are laughing, just in time to see that they have your backpack and they are throwing it in the trash. And you look down at the floor where you left it, and obviously someone has stolen it because it is now in the garbage on the other side of the room.
During the class?
Yes.
All right, I'll just kind of sigh a little bit. Just try not to make eye contact. Try not to make eye contact with them. He just kind of gets up with the defeated look on his face and heads over to the garbage can, hoping at least the stuff is still in the bag. Is it?
Well, we can. Do we want to like frame some scenes while Raymond is figuring out his internet thing?
Sure.
Okay. So as you get up, your math teacher says, "Mr. Braxton, is there a problem?"
I just have to get my backpack over there. Yeah, it's I'll get it and sit right back down.
There's a giggle that erupts through the classroom like a low murmur. What is your backpack doing over there, Mr. Braxton?
Oh, well, I mean, I had it next to me, and then I looked down, it wasn't there anymore. I guess it was accidentally moved, maybe. Someone thought it was theirs and took it over there.
All right. Get your backpack and then return to your seat.
Okay, yeah. I mean to interrupt. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
As you're walking to get. Oh, sorry, Ryan.
I was gonna say she watches and the entire class watches as you walk over to the garbage pail and pick your stuff up out of it.
There's a banana peel in your backpack now.
Oh. Maybe it was already there. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you would know.
We said math was before. We said math was before lunch. So you're like, damn it, they ate my banana too.
Not my banana. Just kind of that, quiet sigh to myself because I know if I do anything to, Mark knows if he does anything to, play off his annoyance as to what's going on, it's just going to make things worse for him. He's used to this song and dance by now.
As you pick your backpack up, there's a like open laughter, and the teacher gives the class like a stern "settle down," and then turns and goes back to you're a freshman or a sophomore.
I was thinking sophomore.
Okay. So there's trig on the board. She goes back to sines and cosines.
Mark just sits back down in his seat. Again, no eye contact with the people he saw doing it. Just, not making things worse for himself. You were saying, Alex?
I was gonna say, as you're walking back to your seat, someone sticks out their foot and trips you, but maybe not.
No, I like that. So that's what Mark would like to be doing right now, but
sure. In his head, he was doing that, but in his reality, he wasn't.
Your books go everywhere.
It's another groan to myself as I just collect them. Again, not looking at the people. Just collect my books, sit down.
One of the kids says, "Geez, Braxton, can't you do anything right?"
He chooses not to respond.
Good choice.
So now I get to sit down and hate everyone in my class.
And then your chair explodes.
No. Damn
Then
it.
you feel the pressure plate click.
The old landmine prank.
It's a classic.
It's a claymore. It's not going to go off until you get up.
This side towards Sissy Boy.
All right. So do we want to do Gus at the? Well, we kind of did already. What about Aiden in Auto Shop?
I figure Auto Shop is one of those classes that, because we live in dying rural town. What was that?
What was what?
I heard it. Never mind. It's a class that a lot of people take. It's one of the, at least among the boys, it's one of the more popular classes because it doesn't involve like book learning as much as like actually physically doing stuff, and it's learning a trade in a way. So it's a popular class that Aiden is pretty good at, despite the fact that this is not what he wants to do. So I figure it's probably like it's like in the back of the school they have the auto shop, so it's got like the big garage doors that lift up so they can pull cars up from the parking lots. And there's someone's old sedan is up on the lifts.
It's got to be a 1993 Pontiac Bonneville.
Fine, that's what it is.
Just a gigantic plastic boat. A car.
And it's up on lifts, so the teacher is like going through all the stuff underneath, and like, all right, so this is what's wrong with the axle here, and you can see the crack, and going through all that stuff.
Hey, Aiden, you know who's in that class with you? That new quarterback.
All right, what's the new quarterback's name? Jason.
Jason. I'm
Jason McGrath.
Jason McGrath. He's in the class with you. He's kind of half paying attention to what's going on and half talking to some girls in the class. They're all like, "Oh, it's the new quarterback." They're well, obviously they're not doing that right now in the middle of class and disrupting things.
The teacher's just trying to talk over them as they fawn.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hold on. Oh, it's the new car. Okay, go on with your lesson.
Maybe like let's give this a little bit more openness for a scene. So like maybe there's one or two lifts and the teacher is working with small groups. So when you're not really with one of the groups that the teacher is focusing on, you can kind of do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do.
Yeah,
so Jason McGrath is kind of lingering by the door to the hallway where one of the cheerleaders is inviting him to a party.
One kid's making a knife.
Whoa!
There
Welcome
he
back.
is.
How's my
There
audio?
he is.
Much
Now it's
better.
good.
Much better.
I changed USB port and then I had to leave the Hangout because it was like, well, yeah, we're picking up your audio, but we're not sending it. That'd be ridiculous.
That's the
Well,
magic
it would
fix
be that.
today. Change USB ports.
Indeed, that has been the magic trick tonight. Yes, continue on. You were doing well. Thank you for picking up the slack there, Ryan.
You're welcome.
So Aiden's watching the pretty girl invite the new guy to the party, and one of the guys standing next to him. I was like, "Oh man, did you see that throw that pass Jason made at the game that totally won it?" And they're talking about the great play that the new quarterback made.
They
That
actually
won the last
describe
game.
a play that you originally suggested to the coach, and he was like,
Oh.
nah, we can't do that play. It'll never work on the field.
Yeah, I figure like Aiden is still involved with, like, he's on the sidelines and he's still involved. He's like assistant coaching kind of.
The coach is like, yeah, you'll be back in next season. You know, you just got to let that knee heal up. And then he turns around to the rest of the team and shakes his head.
I'm still right here. Yeah,
of
so
course you are. You're still on the team, buddy. How about you go get me a coffee?
Yeah, so he's glaring over at Jason, and in his mind, he's thinking, yeah, well, if they had done it differently, it probably would have worked even better, you know.
Do you have a friend in shop with you?
Yeah, Billy.
Billy, how about a non-Anglo name? Just off.
Oh,
We've got a lot of
kid. You mean that
got a
one
lot of
kid?
Anglos in.
Well, I
Wasp.
mean, you were talking agrarian rural area. It's
Still, there's not one, like, Indian kid or so. And when I say Indian, I mean from the subcontinent. I would have said Native American if I meant
Yeah.
the other thing.
There might be literally one.
There's one Hindu guy.
Let's give a shout out to one of our friends. His name is Zohaib, and he's from Pakistan.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, yeah, Zohaib is in class with me.
And Zohaib go way back.
Yeah, you mean get me and Zoe.
The big Z.
If I ever see him again, I'm gonna call him Zoe.
Yeah, how have you never just called him Zoe?
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you. I don't want to distract from the role playing, but one time Zohaib told me that his close friends and family called him Zuby.
Oh, I remember.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Like
so I
Zuby
was I called him Zuby once, and he said, "Please don't call me that. Call me Zohaib." And I just died inside.
I have a question. Does our magical girl world include Tasukami, which are cute,
like little pet.
cute creatures that magical girls sometimes have as mentors, like the cats in Sailor Moon, for example, or the little bear puppet guy in Card Captors. Whatever.
I'm cool with that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Because if they exist, now would be about the time in the storyline where we start seeing them in the background.
Oh, okay.
So there's just like a cat with gigantic eyes curled up in the on the air compressor.
You know what? I feel
One of them has the
I feel
engine
like
running, so it's-
reptiles are underrepresented. So there's a purple gecko, like scurries past your table. Aiden, as you're discussing like how that guy stole your move, and Zohaib is like,
But
yeah, it was totally your play. I believe you for sure, man.
because this is like an anime, Aiden does not notice. He's too focused on talking to Zohaib about what a fucking poser Jason is.
Yeah, just in
So
the
he does
background,
not see the
purple
purple gecko.
scurries across and looks like from side to side suspiciously,
And then it sidles away.
and then it just passes off the screen. And then the bell for the end of day rings. There's no practice today. You guys are probably just going to head home. Do you wait out the front for Dad, or do you catch the bus home?
First, I get Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Help
Oh,
him.
Oh, we're jumping into. Okay.
So was everything all right today? Did they picking on you again?
They threw my backpack in the garbage again.
Who did it this time?
John S.
Oh, it wasn't John McGrath?
Oh. Yeah, let's go with that. I like it.
Maybe the McGraths have a thing against you.
They're like the O'Doyles.
Do you want me to talk to him?
If you're only going to talk to him, but if you talk to him, then that usually ends up with him talking to me.
All right. If you want me to beat him up is what I'm asking.
Well, that's going to just be a problem for me, but maybe I don't know if it's a good idea. But thank you.
All right. Well, if you want me to do anything, even if it's just talk to him, just let me know.
All right. Thanks.
Aiden, do you do anything to John McGrath?
Not today.
All right.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow he might get shoved up against the locker.
Now, I assume, because I had to go check the internet settings, that Gus ended up at the library?
Yes.
Did you stay at the library all day?
I feel like there was a point where Gus got fed up with the computer literacy course, and decided to go down to the local tavern and play a little bit of video poker.
Went and played some penny slots. Your phone alarm goes off. It's what time does school end in America? Normally, generally, 3.
Really depends. Yeah, 3 sounds about right.
It's
For high
3:15,
schoolers.
Gus. Your alarm goes off on your phone. It's 3:15.
Oh, shit.
Kids are waiting for you. You said you'd pick them up.
Yeah. Give me a second, Terry. Gus calls to the bartender. He goes over to the corner. There's like an ATM. He takes out his state benefits debit card, where they put his, because he's been on the dole.
The old corn dole, as they call it in Rome.
Takes out a 20 and is charged $3.75 for it.
Oh man, I hate those kinds of ATMs.
Like $4.
Yeah. And goes and pays his tab.
Boys, it's almost 3:30. You've been waiting for Dad to pick you up. Do you just decide to walk home? The buses have left. Public transport, not a thing in this town.
No.
They don't even have taxis here.
Yeah, we'll walk. Or at least Aiden suggests. Well, he's late again. Want to start walking?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sure he just got held up at work or something. He'll be back. No, let's walk. Let's walk.
As you guys start walking, a purple gecko scurries around behind you. You guys don't see it. Nope, because of the framing. Gus, you arrive at the school. It's 3:37. You don't see the kids round.
Oh, shit.
Ask that
Gus.
purple gecko where they went.
Yeah, he probably knows.
Seems like a trustworthy gecko.
I have kind of an idea. So Gus turns into the road because he knows that his kids probably started walking, and he's kind of trying to catch them.
Hang on. When you get to the school and realize the kids aren't there, do you get out of the car to like check if anyone's here, or do you just like pull up to the school in the car, look around, and go shit and peel off?
I think we probably, since Mark has such a regular morning routine, there's probably a spot where Gus picks up his kids, and if they're not there, then he knows that they probably started walking. I'm working off the assumption that this is a frequent occurrence.
All right, that's fine.
So yeah, he just pretty much swears and then turns out of the parking lot and
as you turn out of the parking lot, you see something like land on your windshield as like a lizard or something scurrying, trying to cling to your windshield. What do you do?
Gus shouts, "Holy shit!" because he wasn't expecting that, and
does a mini swerve.
Right.
How drunk is Gus?
Not drunk, but he's definitely had a few.
Look, he's
Probably
just had
shouldn't be driving.
He's just had one driving beer.
Right.
You don't want to be nervous on the road.
He probably bought like a fifth of something for later, and that's under the seat.
Yeah.
But at this point in the day, he's only had like maybe a shot and a beer.
Oh, okay.
A shot and a beer.
So he's on the border of maybe he should be driving, maybe he should have given his keys to the bartender.
I mean, I had that microwave burrito at the gas station, so I've had
Right.
something to eat. So, like,
Of course.
yeah,
That negates like one of them.
yeah. You stop. Do you do anything to try and get the lizard off your windshield?
Gus gets out. He's
Hit
got
the
like
wipers.
he hits the wipers.
Yeah, that's what I would have expected. So the wipers start going, and like the lizard seems very tenacious, but then it like flies off. You're not sure if it like just slides up over the roof or if it like flies off the side, but it is no longer on the windshield. And you continue driving.
Yeah.
Uh,
Before Gus pulls out, he mutters to himself, "That's right, you little bastard."
Up ahead, you see your kids. They don't seem to have seen you though. They're walking away from where you're driving. Are you? What are the brothers talking about as you guys walk?
Probably school.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
imagine
just
Aiden is asking Mark about. Aiden's very protective, so he's probably asking about class and what Mark's working on, and like, oh yeah, I did that. I did that 2 years ago. I can show you how to do that when we get home, kind of thing.
yeah, it sounds about good to me. Mark would be he's still being kind of quiet, but at the thought of like getting some help from his brother, he's a little more receptive to the idea.
I also have a feeling that Aiden realizes there's something up with Mark, but he's waiting for Mark to come around.
Cool. Gus, does your pickup have the little sliding glass door from the back window?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it open or shut?
Late spring, it's probably getting a little warm, so it's open.
Yeah, you got no gas in the AC on this truck. So
Yeah. You don't want to waste the gas on the AC.
don't want to waste that gas. So it's open.
Do you have a rifle rack in your pickup?
If he does, he sold the gun long ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He pawned that shit.
Yeah.
Pawn the ammo. Oh man, your magical girl weapons will be interesting because they'll be like tinted by your nationality.
My magical M16.
It's got like scroll work and flowers. It's like it would look like a fucking gun out of Warframe. You pull it up towards the kids, and they're like, you're not slowing down yet because they're a bit off, but you see them, and then this thing you see out of the corner of your eye, this lizard crawl in through the window, and then you hear a voice go, "Oh my goodness, you need to stop now. You're about to run into an ambush."
What in the... I think maybe at
up
this point...
ahead, the kids hear a screeching of tires, like a vehicle swerving.
Gus probably also leaned on the horn, so that's happening too.
Then you hear the horn go off. It's the horn in your dad's truck, and you turn around and you see Gus' dad swerving across the road. He's like, please, Your Majesty, you need to stop.
Aiden swears and pushes Mark further off the side of the road, figuring that, all right, dad has just reached the driving around horribly drunk in the middle of the day stage.
Part of being unemployed.
Yeah.
The car swerving across the road, and it's like, please, you need to get a hold of yourself, Your Majesty.
Oh my God! Oh my sweet mother of God! Gus pulls open the driver's door and just falls out of the cab.
You see your dad roll across the asphalt as the truck slams into a tree, and out of nowhere, this massive, six-legged, diamond-shaped velvet spider, like the size of a semi, just drops out of the trees that line this road. Like it just drops down next to the truck. Fucking massive thing. And it sort of is looking around, and then it's like looking at the truck, and you see it like sort of its two front legs sort of scratch, and it sort of taps on the metal of the truck, and you see it like curl a leg around and pull the door back, and then it pulls the door back further than it should go, and it breaks off, and then it like looks at the door and drops it for a second. And then you see it look in, and then you see one of its other front leg all of a sudden lurch forward, like in this janky, rapid motion, and it punctures through the car roof down into the pickup, and then it pulls it back, and there's this strange-looking yellow fluid dripping off of it, and you see the spider like lick it, like somebody licking the edge of a knife.
Gus makes just looks at his children and just says, "Run."
Yeah.
Wow.
Aiden pushes Mark in front of him. And Aiden hobbles behind. He still can't really run, so he starts like hobble running, where every other step is a limp.
I think there should be a runaway move.
There is a run.
Run away.
Yeah, there's no stats in this, so it's just 2d6. But there's, as you can see, it's different scales of success than
Apocalypse World.
Apocalypse Sword. Yeah, it's 2 to 5.
Battle moves.
It's interesting they put 2 to 5 on there, but like you can't roll a 1, so I understand. Yeah, it's roll 2d6, but it's only the two boys.
Instead of running away, can Aiden roll to protect Mark? Like,
yeah,
he's more concerned with getting Mark out of the way than
so you
himself.
Push Mark. So Mark rolled me 2d6 and
I got an 8.
An 8. You are able to get away, but you leave someone or something you care about open to attack. So as Aiden's like saying, "Quick, run away!" and pushes you, he's focused on
I
you.
figure Mark would be running, but not realizing that Aiden is not following after him. He's more concentrating more.
And Aiden, what did you get on your protect someone else?
I also got an 8.
Nice. You bear the brunt of whatever was aimed at them. Take 1 trauma or 1 magic. So trauma and magic are kind of like your stats. When they fill up, things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take trauma or magic as your dad screams, "Run!" and then you push your brother down the street and you see something swipe at you from out of the corner of your eye?
All right. So I have 1 trauma.
You can take 1 trauma or 1 magic.
I feel like trauma is more applicable in this situation.
Probably.
Well, if he says magic, I'll change what the thing he sees swiping at him is.
Okay. No, I'm going to say trauma. Yeah.
All right. So the spider's impossibly long back leg is sort of like sweeping towards you, and you get knocked back, and you're sort of laying down, dazed. Dad, you see this huge spider, and now it's standing on only 3 of its legs. One of them is like being licked by it. The other one is like tapping away at the car and now is moving in a weird direction. And a third just swiped one of your kids. It's like balancing on the other 3 in sort of like this weird spidery pirouette. I almost said pirouette, which is a different thing.
All right. Gus is going over to Aiden to try to help him up.
Really? You're going to go to Aiden?
Well, Aiden, you said he got.
Knocked
Yeah, no,
down.
that's fine.
Got
I just
knocked
wanted to
down.
make sure. So you start to
Does
run
Mark-
to...
Mark got clear, correct?
Yeah, Mark is running off.
Yeah, but then I would
Okay.
think once I realized Aiden wasn't behind me, I'd turn around and see what was going on.
Yeah, but you haven't realized that yet
Right.
because of the you leave something behind.
It's been like
Right.
a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
I think, yeah. Gus sees that Aiden got knocked over. You said the spider leg is sort of like, is it like hovering over him or?
Yeah, it's sort of it's not over him, but it's like hovering out. It's almost like some kind of like amusement park ride or something, with the way its arms are sort of slowly moving about itself. Like they're almost twisting around now as it stops tapping on the car, and it's balancing on these 3 other legs, and the other 3 are sort of at different heights and positions, twisting around itself. You realize that while you recognize this as a spider, it doesn't look organic, doesn't look mechanical either. Its body is like a diamond shape, and it's got some kind of head-looking part to it. But the arms and legs are just moving across its surface,
Okay.
like they're on a track, but there's no track.
All right. In that case, Gus is gonna belly crawl over to Aiden and say to him, just like in kind of a harsh whisper, son, go for the ditch.
As you're
So,
saying something, the spider starts to like twinkle step over closer to you, and then you see the little purple lizard crawl out of the cab of your pickup, bleeding this yellow fluid, and you hear it shout out to you, Gus. My queen! You have to realize your potential! You don't know what the fuck the lizard's all about!
Do I hear that?
You hear screaming, like yelling, like someone talking, and then your dad's like, "Go for the ditch!" And you're like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Because
No, do I hear? Obviously, I don't know it's the lizard. I can't see it, but do I hear someone scream about my queen?
you don't. The words don't make sense. You don't really
Okay.
hear it. You hear someone say, like, shout something,
Right.
but it doesn't mean anything to you.
Okay. So is the leg pinning? It's not pinning me down. It's just like hovering
No, it
over
just
me.
like
Right?
smacked you. It like battered you,
Okay.
like
like
an obstacle course with moving parts, like a bar
Right.
just struck you.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Aiden is laying on his back right now, staring at the sky. He groans and rolls over and starts to crawl towards the drainage ditch on the side of the road, hoping to just like roll down it and hide.
The spider sees you crawl away. What do you do while your son starts to crawl away, Gus?
If I can see that the spider sees him, then I stand up and I put myself between it and my son.
As you put yourself between it and your son, it sort of lets out a hissing, whirring sound, like an irate computer fan, and then it moves another one of its legs and turns it into an arm, goes up on the rear 2, so now the legs are coming out of the tip of the diamond, and the arms are up the top of the diamond on the flatter part, sort of circling around its rim, and then you see the arms sort of all twist and lock into like this sort of crown shape behind it and start to launch towards you, and then you hear a shout say, "No, your majesty!" And now I would like you to, where is it? It's up here. I scrolled down too far because I was looking at random tables and shit.
Yeah, the best tables.
Now, I would like you to... Yep, sweet. become a magical girl. So,
Okay.
roll me 2d6.
Let's see.
Exposure to magic causes the girl's magical potential to manifest, whether they want it to or not. When your magical nature asserts itself, it changes your body to fit who you were in a previous life. Often, the changes are negligible, but sometimes they are massive and traumatic, especially if you begin this life in a male body. Sometimes the experience is just difficult to endure. Roll 2d6.
I got a 6 and a 1, so 7.
7. 6 to 8. The change is strange, but you persevere through it. Take 1 point of magic and then describe to me your change. So you might want to describe some of the characteristics. If you've ever seen Sailor Moon, there's a lot of glowing light. You seem to be hovering. Time apparently doesn't matter because the transformation scene it did take like 10 minutes. But you are up in the air and there's light all around you and your clothes are changing. Your entire body shape might change. And then you can describe your change. So you probably want to start off by describing what the overall process looks like and then talk about the physical changes to you.
I know there are some tables in there to describe your change and your theme and all that.
Indeed.
Yeah, changes color. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna use those as a guide and just roll some stuff.
Yeah, I'd say roll 3.
Okay.
Because then you've got some to discard if you were like, oh, that's dumb. Because you should probably have, because you're all going to have the transformed into a girl one. So we'll just assume you have that and then get 3 more. You other 2, your changes will be coming up, so you can roll your change in advance now if you want to. You can start rolling those things.
Sure.
And by doing Ryan's, who is the dad and kind of the figurehead, he's like the Sailor Moon character. You know, you'll get to see. Well, the others are important, and are just as important. It's just, he's the reincarnated queen. So
the others are important. Wink, wink.
Well, you're the heirs to the throne, man. Anyway, Ryan.
So I got
to Gus as the spider lunges.
I like kind of all 3 that I rolled. So I got become younger. Obviously, I'm gonna become a girl.
I think it would be nice if you were still older than the other 2.
Okay. So we'll discard that then.
Well, you can become younger because you might be 40, so you might become like 20.
Right.
For example.
So Gus, as when the lizard says "Now, Your Majesty, now," Gus, without really thinking about it, he does like a "what the fuck," and then does this weird kind of thing with his arms, where he crosses them and like sketches a rune in the air. And the rune begins to glow. The rune begins to glow. Let's see what color. Yep. What is Gus's color? 6-1 is bronze. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
All
reincarnated chromatic dragons.
Right. So there's a bronze glowing rune in the air that catches fire.
I'm guessing your theme is fire.
I like it.
All right.
It moves forward to occlude the entire camera lens, and then when it pulls back, you see it is engraved on an ornate bodice that Gus is now currently wearing. It's
like a glowing outline of a bodice on your body, and then it like bursts into bronze sparks, and now there's a bodice on you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how the magical girl transformations generally work. Everything's glowing white, and then it explodes, and it's now a real looking thing.
At this point, there are like just jets of multicolored flame going on behind him, and he closes his eyes, and his whole head erupts into flame that turns into his new flowing hair. There is a burst of fire that once again occludes the entire camera, and when it disperses, you see that Gus has transformed into some sort of magical fire queen.
Yeah. You're standing there looking at your body, and then you hear the machine fan hiss of the six-legged diamond spider thing, and it's good. And then you see it twist its arms again, and the forearm parts join together and turn into these two large, like, sword scythe hands, and it brings one down on top of you. Make me a... well, what do you do? What do you do as this blade swings in towards you?
Maybe Gus in his Fire Queen form now has flaming bracers, so she's going to try to block it.
So you put like your hands up in front of you.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's a defend yourself roll, which is interesting. That's bit lacking. I guess I just bit of an oversight there, game. Hang on, where are the moves lists that I made? First change, past lives, search, seek, help, comfort, go on the offensive, protect someone else, run away. I guess you just get hit?
It might be go on the offensive.
All right, so yeah, maybe.
I guess maybe you like block and then attack.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna rush forward and try to shatter this thing because it tried to hurt my daughters.
All right, so go on the offensive. I'm not trying to hurt your at the moment sons.
Yeah, they're still
Give them
boys.
a moment.
Well, I'm imagining some conflicting memories in my head happening.
Yeah,
right now.
it's rough. You remember a lot of children that are not here at the moment. So roll me the 2d6.
I did. I rolled a 3.
Ooh, you are unable to
Uh-oh.
penetrate the enemy's defenses. But if you put yourself in harm's way, you can make an opening for an ally. If you wish, take 1 trauma or 1 magic to give an ally +1 to their next roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an opening for Aiden because he still has to get Mark out. And I'm gonna go with the trauma.
Right, so you put your hands up to try and defend, thinking that you're then gonna roll into an attack, and the blade slams into your arms, and magical fire comes off of you, and you're forcing it back. It's fucking you up. This thing knows a lot about fighting, and you don't even know what to do with yourself. It hurts. Aiden, you see your dad? You think?
Did I see him transform, or was it
You
just a
saw-
flash of light
saw
and now it's this
blinding
woman?
light, and then this attractive, vaguely dad-like young woman appear? It looks like it could be dad's sister?
This
or
is very
something?
conflicting. This is very confusing for a hormonal teenage boy.
And then you see a little red lizard thing with a frilly neck pop up out of the ditch that you're crawling towards and say, "Quick now, princess! You need to help defend the queen! She cannot do it
What?
alone! She's
What?
made an opening! Now, attack!"
Aiden like lifts himself up, still hurt from getting hit before. And
Pain
I
don't
guess
hurt, princess. Pain don't hurt.
Aiden figures he must have gotten hit on the head and didn't realize it, so now he's hallucinating. Because Coach always talked about concussions and you got to watch out. So he figured he probably just got tackled one too many times, but fuck it, and he rushes forward, and I guess that triggers his transformation.
Yeah, roll me your first change as you run forward and suddenly like leaping through the air.
I got a 7.
Nice.
So I take 1 magic. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So I already rolled my things. I changed some of them because I didn't quite like. I rolled. Ironically, the first thing I rolled was become older. But I decided not to go with that because it wouldn't make any sense if I
You just
suddenly
trade
became
ages.
older. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
So Aiden, like floats in the air and glows bright white as his leather jacket just disappears. The theme I chose was chains, so I figure instead of white lights conveniently obscuring everything, suddenly he's
You like
a pretty girl.
Like how Sailor Moon
Exactly. Yeah,
wrapped
there's
in
this
ribbon.
like, chain flying by.
Yeah, I want to say that the chains are glowing with runes because I'm going to say the runes is like a recurring theme of all of yours.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking
yeah.
first like how Ryan had like a flaming rune in the air.
Yeah.
One made out of so it's like one chain that makes a rune.
Yeah. That's cool.
Appears in the air, and Aiden becomes taller than he already was. So Aiden's probably like a 7-foot tall Amazon now.
Or Valkyrie.
Yeah, with dyed hair, and his color scheme is gray. Or her.
Oh, wow. Disappointing.
What?
Like the Gray Stars.
Yeah, I guess. It's the state football team.
Well, I rolled violet, but I thought gray went better with chains.
All right. Yeah, so it's like a gunmetal gray.
Yeah, it's like a gunmetal gray.
All right.
So his hair.
Which works.
Yeah.
It's like an iron color.
Yeah,
it's for
I get it. All right, that works better.
And dyed hair, so I figured it's like streaked dye. So there's like blonde. It's like long blonde hair,
highlights.
But there's also like silver and that same that matches his outfit, dark gunmetal gray.
Yeah.
And I guess what was your outfit, Ryan?
So
was the main
I had a bodice. I picture myself like since my theme color is bronze, I'm wearing a bunch of bronze armor.
Okay. So I kind of think that Aiden's outfit skews a little bit more towards the impractical. So she too is now wearing a bodice and like short shorts and like a half skirt made of chains that's like just on the back. So it drags down, so there's chains on the floor, and she has around her forearms and calves like more chains. Just
I think I've
wrapped
met this girl. I think I've met her before.
Oh.
And
So instead of like armor, she just has chains wrapped everywhere.
Yeah, they're like trap pants.
Yeah, they're kind of like trap pants, except it's just chains hanging down instead of straps.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and she has a new name that I rolled, but I'm not.
Yeah, I
gonna-
rolled for mine too.
I
Yeah, mine
imagine
too.
that you'll reveal your names as you
Yeah.
call to one another.
Yeah.
You can also do like in the name of my name. I summon the power of chains to vanish you, not to banish, to vanish you. Cause
to bind you.
yeah,
So,
I mean you do. You come up with crazy attack openers. That's all on you. So you're leaping through the sky.
Well,
at
it's
this
not
thing.
it's not super attack time yet.
Well, yeah. So I think you're on
you
the
guys hear me?
offensive. Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. Oh no, I accidentally lowered the volume on my thing. I wasn't sure if you could still hear.
I'm pretty sure you are going
yeah,
on
so-
the offensive as you leap through the air and change.
Yes. So 2D, I get +1 because of the queen.
Indeed.
Oh, good. So that puts me at 5.
Oh.
You also are unable to penetrate its defenses. It's got that big swinging like blade arm, and one of like your mother father's caught one.
Yeah.
And it like lunges another one towards you, and then you see the two arms split at the last second, and like come around you, and you like completely miss it. Do you want to create an opening for an ally?
Yeah. So I'm going to. I guess I'll take a point of magic this time. Oh,
Yeah.
I've
So
got
as it
one in each.
splits, there's like this weird, velvety gold web between the two bladed arm thingies. So at the moment it has 3 arms, 2 legs. And you like get caught in it, and it binds you, but maybe you like throw your chains out and like counterbind.
Yeah, that's what yeah. So like chains just appear from next to me and like are pressing. So basically, Aiden makes giant arms out of chains to hold up the spider's giant arms. So they're just kind of at a stalemate.
It is at this moment, Mark, that you notice your two powerful looking women, young women, holding this monster at bay. They're blindingly gorgeous. Like they're just, it's like looking at the sun. These people are like angelic. They're beyond comprehension as you look at them, and you feel something inside of you. It's definitely not arousal.
Right.
Just gonna rule that out, like off the bat. That's not what you feel.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's something inside of you, and then you see this little metallic silvery lizard with like membranes between its legs swoop down in front of you and land, and it says, "I think you know that this is the answer you have been searching for."
Oh. What answer? Answer what? What? And
It sort of like flaps up into the air for a minute and like lands and grabs your like shirt and is like holding itself up at your face. And it's like, you are the last piece of this puzzle. You must complete it.
I'm going to try to look past it at what's going on, and
Yeah, you
things-
see one of the women is like wreathed in bronze armor and like flaming lights coming around her as she's like holding up her arms to shield herself, and the other one has all these chains that are formed into like crude arms, and they're like gripping the 2 blade things that have ensnared it with web, and they're both straining. It looks like they're having trouble holding this thing back.
All right, so the words from this lizard thing, for some reason that I can't explain, seem to resonate with Mark.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
The
totally.
magic will go away. Do you charge
Totally.
back towards the fight?
Yeah, he takes. I'm jumping the gun here. He takes. Yeah, he goes into a sprint, and that's when his change occurs. I see him as kind of taking a sprint, his body glowing white, kind of like an aura surrounding him in the shape of a lightning bolt, because that's the theme I chose. Lightning.
Nice. Roll me the 2d6 for your change.
Man, maybe I should have gone with the. At first, I rolled ice as my theme. That would have been elemental, but I'm. Oh well.
Oh, well, chains are cool.
Chains are cool.
I got a 6.
Right, the change is strange, but you persevere through it. Take 1 point of magic. Did we do the roll for Alex?
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
What did
Yeah?
you get?
I got a 7. I got the same thing everyone else got. In the
Oh,
middle.
so everyone took magic damage. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm at 2 now.
That's good. You want to get to 3, so weird shit happens.
I'm on my way.
See, now as opposed to the armor, I was picturing my Mark becoming more of a Sailor Moon type outfit.
Well, so you might. So they've gone with armor. Maybe yours is more like a Maybe it's more like battle clothing. Like it's sort of a stylistic version of a gambeson.
I don't know what Gambison is.
Tunic.
I know what a tunic is.
Yeah. So maybe it's like this button-up, double-breasted jacket thing that goes like all the way up your neck. So
I definitely pictured also leggings. Like there'd be
like tights, like the kind that you see someone wearing at a Renaissance fair.
and I pictured, even though I pictured a skirt being involved.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and her
Alex
color.
has a chain skirt. Like you do you, man.
Half skirt.
Right, a
front
half skirt. It's like a shoulder cape. Doesn't make sense, but it looks damn good.
Yeah.
The skirt, it is more like a Sailor Moon type skirt, but over,
that's
her outfit is also themed pink. That was, I rolled pink for my color.
There's always a pink. There's always a pink magical girl. It's normally
Pink
the
light-
leader.
The changes, besides the obvious, I rolled longer hair, become athletic, and I guess bigger eyes was the other one I rolled.
You've got anime eyes.
Nice.
So she charges into about changing
What's your theme? Did we get a theme?
lightning.
Lightning.
Right. Yep.
So I figured besides the elemental lightning, she'd also be more of a speedy fighter.
Yeah, sure.
That's what. So this change overtakes her. I see her trailing like a pink lightning streak as she changes and runs into the battle. So you guys are trying to. You guys have her tied up.
They have
the thing.
created an advantage for you. Basically.
Yeah, we're basically keeping it busy by being.
You'll get a +1 on this because, Alex used the +1 to get you a +1, basically.
Right.
It's a weird pay it forward situation.
Yep.
Well, we work as a family. That's what we do.
Yeah. It's 3 at the moment. Arms are being pulled away, and you see it's diamond velvety core there, and its weird bulbous head hovering on top of it.
That's perfect because the core is exactly where she's going to be aiming. She's taking pretty much a running punch. Her fist balls up, gets some pink. I don't know. No, it'll be yellow because it's lightning, I guess. Some yellow lightning.
Pink lightning is real, and it looks fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So pink lightning then. Perfect. It kind of charges up, crackling around her fist as she takes a running strike straight to the core of this thing.
Roll well.
So
Break the family cycle.
Yeah.
So let me roll.
Break the curse.
So 2d6
1.
plus 1.
The roll is a 9.
Wow, nice. That's real good. Battle. 9. You score a hit and leave the enemy off balance so that the next ally to attack them gets a +1 bonus to the roll.
Yeah.
However, so you smash it and it sort of see the diamond crack, and then it sort of hisses and it almost drops to the ground, pulling one of its arms back as its 2 legs sort of just flip up, almost like a Wi-Fi router antenna, like how it can be made into an L shape and then it can spin around on an axis. It does that, and they flip up in front of its chest where it's been smashed, and it rolls backwards onto the ground, and then you see this swirling spider web of light pattern open up behind it, and it falls into nothingness and disappears. Now, does somebody want to make me a roll on the
End of battle?
no?
Oh, because it says the first battle will last through only one round of actions.
Indeed. Yeah, I am going to do that in a minute. Can
Okay.
somebody make me a roll on something deeper, please? The something deeper table at the end of the book.
Ah.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything that just happened because my internet blinked.
Roll 2d6. I got the table here. Why don't you roll 2d6?
All right. 6, 3 and 3.
3 and 3. Killing a monster yields a magical gem called an, quote, oblivion seed.
Nice. Okay, so the little purple gecko and the red, we'll call it bearded dragon, scurry over, and the bearded dragon thing goes, "Damn!" The purple thing goes, "Oh no! We didn't get the oblivion seed, mistress!" Oh, and then the winged silvery metallic thing floats over and lands in front of you. Fucking hell. Not Eric. I'm thinking of your character name,
Mark.
and it sort of lands on your shirt and like clings to it, and it's like, you did very well. That was a top-notch finisher. I think that soon you'll have a firm grasp of your powers. You did so well, even without manifesting your true weapons.
Yeah, good job, Mark.
It's not Mark. You know it's not Mark. It's your brother. Like, it's your sibling. It's your sibling who you know as Mark, but it's not Mark. And then the purple...
She's just kind of staring down at her scene. This is just taken. She's very well. Obviously, she's very taken aback by this change, but particularly fixated on it right now.
Feels right. Feels good.
Aiden, or not Aiden anymore, is so the spider's gone.
Yeah, it like teleported away.
Aiden spins around. What the fuck? And looks down at herself, and then goes, "What?"
And then the purple one climbs up on top of the car and says, as the others sort of move around to get over there too, and it says, "My name is Castathan, and we are your Majesty's royal advisors. Perhaps your queen, it would help if you reminded your daughters of your holy name." And you feel it. You feel that while your name is Gus, there's something else.
Remind them of your holy name, Gus.
A deeper name. Something from before.
Gus tries to say, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I want no part of this," but it ends up coming out, who dares attack the Flame Empress Nanoha and her children?
Nahoha?
Nanoha.
Nanoha.
That's what I rolled on.
The Flame Empress, did you say?
Yes, Flame Empress.
Oh boy. What a name.
Nanoha? Nonoha?
Yes.
Nailed it. I'm good at this.
This is the ancient adversary. It is the Time Weavers. You did well to launch yourself forward, and even changing your gender helped you elude them for some time. I only wish you'd been able to sire more heirs to help you in this fight. Which of Her Majesty's divine children are you? And the red thing leaps forward and says, "You don't ask that of my princess. I'm the one that helps my princess. You get out of here." He scurries over. He's like,
Yeah. Wait, what?
which of my royal charges are you? The red one whispers to you. He's surly.
Aiden looks at the surly red lizard and is about to say, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about," but instead she puffs up a little and says, "I am the Princess Chaos Angel Athena."
Chaos Angel Athena? I want to watch that anime.
Nice.
At first it was Time Angel, but that didn't really fit, so I changed it. So she's Chaos Angel Athena.
So anime. Chaos
I know.
Angel Athena? Oh man, I want to listen to that album. It's my favorite.
She is a little goth. She's a little punk now. She's the goth magic girl. The chains of the dark gray.
That is from. I think Kestathan might be the name of a race in Defiance.
I like it.
Yeah.
What is the red gecko's name?
Does anybody have a good name for the red gecko? He's surly and kind of,
Oh wait,
Raphael.
we're going like anime names?
Yeah.
Bismarck.
Bismarck, of course.
Oh, I like it.
Red bearded dragon. Bismarck. The winged silver guy comes over to you and says, "It's all right. They're allowed to know now. You don't have to keep it from them anymore. Your mother will accept you. Your true mother."
And not Mark, doesn't even really hesitate or resist all that much to the idea. The name springs up to her mind, and I'm glad Alex got Chaos Angel Athena, because Mark speaks the name Eden Angel Leona.
Eden Angel. Fuck yes.
Nice.
Oh, I love these names. Flame Empress Noah and Chaos Angel Athena. Oh. Can you say yours again, please, Eric?
Eden Angel Leona.
Eden Angel. Leona?
Yeah.
Leona. That'll work. I'll spell it phonetically.
Like, for the first time in a long time, Mark or Leona's eyes, now bigger, are actually, there's happiness in them.
Wait, did you know about this?
I wish I knew sooner. Oh my god.
I'm getting the feeling that we should probably go home. What's the state of the truck?
Truck is wrecked.
Yeah.
You're gonna need more than some buff and rub to fix this.
Gonna have to break out the duct tape.
Got any magical lizards that could fix a car? Oh, does my silver wings guy have a name?
Yes. Sorry, we didn't give him a name yet. So we've got. Where did their names go?
Castathan and Bismarck.
Yes.
How about Volantis?
Volantis? What is that from?
That's from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I was going to try for something with an A, so we have an A, a B, and a C.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
You could roll on the table. Something might come up.
Oh, I have to pull the table.
Castathan, Bismarck, and Angola.
Where is that table?
Anaconda. Name
The
table.
names, magical name, Andromeda.
Andromeda could be fun.
I like Astraea here.
Australia?
Yeah. Astraia.
Castathan, Bismarck, and Astraea. Castathan says, Your Majesties, perhaps we can discuss your divine heritage at home. Perhaps you could take us to your palace.
We have a palace?
We have a palace?
Nahoa, you feel like exhausted, and then your armor gauntlets disappear, and then like your breastplate bursts off in like little charring like motes of flame, and you like are back to normal again, and you feel fucking like hungover. Because we need to roll on the end of battle table. At the end of battle, X is the number of magical girls played by the players. The number of hits you scored was 1. X is 3, so
We're at X minus 2 hits or less,
Suffer a defeat.
but 1 plus. The second one down, I think.
So yeah, they suffer a defeat. They're able to get away, but each survivor takes a trauma or a magic. But
yeah, I'm guessing because they take a trauma or a magic. It's not they choose a trauma or a magic. I get to decide.
I'll tell you, if I take 1 more magic, I get a shift.
What happens if I'm gonna say that that Nahoa and Athena take trauma.
All right.
And Leona takes magic.
all right. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be more magic for her than
I'm
only at 2 magic.
Did anybody hit 3?
No. I'm
Cool.
at 1 and 2.
Nice.
I'm at
So,
2 and 2.
2 and 0.
How are we doing for time, by the way? I don't know what time is over there.
10:37.
10:37.
All right, so we got a bit more to play with.
Yeah.
I reckon another 45 minutes.
All
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool. So, yeah, you see Gus is there, your dad. He looks like he's about to collapse. And then you hear Bismarck go, "Oh no! Oh no! No, you can't change yet. Your car's broken. How you gonna get home? We don't even have goddamn ostriches. What kind of a kingdom doesn't have ostriches?
Why would we want ostriches?
That's a good question.
To ride on." And then Athena, your chains collapse and start to like dissolve
Yeah.
into like metal, and then disappear into the asphalt, and then like your armor bursts off in like little silver shavings, and you are yourself again. You are Aiden. And you look fucking tired.
Whew, what the? And we remember being our magic girl selves, right?
Yeah, you remember what just happened. You're just fucking exhausted.
I guess we're gonna have to keep on walking.
Aiden,
Or
Gonna
call a
have to
tow
help.
truck.
you're going to have to help me up, son.
Yeah, what else is new? And I hold out my hand to pick up Gus.
I figure Mark would Leona would reach down to help as well. She's kind
As
of...
you reach down to help your dad up, you feel a tugging at your leg as you're doing it, and you look down and you see I've already forgotten his fucking name.
Astraea.
Astraea. There he's like, you need to understand that this is perfectly natural. You only have a limited amount of your true magic at the moment. You can't maintain your battle form forever. Even in your first life, it was difficult. And then you feel all of the magic go out of you. And
No.
you're a fucking guy again.
No. No, I want it back. What? No. I want it back. Just look desperately at the other two. Just like,
It's all right. We'll figure it out. Let's just get our lizards,
it
our
was right.
talking lizards, and head home.
Right. I'll order a pizza, and we can try and figure out what's going on here.
Aiden, do you know the pizza delivery guy?
Yes,
You can
sure.
ask him to like give you a lift.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
order a pizza and be like, hey, yeah, we're like, because then you just need to walk to the center of town, which is closer than home.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'll do. That's my Zohaib. Zohaib's the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course. Oh man, it must suck to be the one Indian teenager in, oh, Pakistani, sorry, teenager in town and deliver pizzas. Like, I can just imagine, as a former pizza delivery driver, I can just imagine the kind of shit you must go through.
Yeah. So I go to the pizza place. It's probably like a Domino's or something. Hey, Zohaib, can we get a large pie to go delivered to our house, and could you give us a ride home?
It's not Domino's, it's Dominicio's. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's like some like descendant of a Norwegian immigrant to Minnesota was like, I should open a pizza shop. Okay, cool. Well, it's going to sound Italian. How about Dominic's? Oh, no, Dominic's is already taken. How about DiMaggio's? Oh, that's already taken. How about Dominicio's? Yeah, Dominicio's. That sounds Italian. So he picks you up. It's like, you can't, don't tell my boss about this. Like, you're not meant to.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I won't. Thanks, man.
Your dad looks like he's had a lot to drink, man.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. He's working hard. It's been a long day.
You all right, Mark? You all right back there, buddy?
I guess I'm just got a lot to think about. Is all. I'm good. I'm fine.
If you're gonna
I'm
be
fine.
sick, just wind down the
I
window.
was better.
Man.
No, he just
was-
he got bullied at school again.
I was better
those fucking
before,
guys.
but now I'm fine. I was better.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. All right. Well, here's your house, guys. That'll be $20.95. It's actually
Damn.
it's more economical to order 2 pizzas. Because then it's only like $28.95. Because there's a delivery surcharge.
Those are expensive pizzas.
Look, I'm going off prices here, all right, and they're like half the size of American pizzas too.
While Zohaib is saying that, Gus digs some crumpled bills out of his wallet and just hands them to him and says, "Zohaib, shut up."
It occurs to me, $20 Australian is like $12-13 American for a delivery
Oh,
pizza.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I think, yeah.
That is a more reasonable price for pizza.
Yeah. I can buy the McDonald's family meal with 4 burgers for $20.
Yeah. There's actually a vegan pizzeria down the street from where I live that does a barbecue vegan pie with seitan, and it's $30 American. It is the most expensive pizza. Yes, it is.
Alton Brown does a beef stroganoff recipe with no meat in it because, like, he says that he thought it tasted better with just mushrooms instead of meat.
That's awesome.
Go better umami flavor. Anyway,
Yeah,
you guys
so-
go inside.
Yeah, Gus
There's
pays
lizards.
Zohaib and then takes the pizza, and they all go in.
What kind of pie did you get?
Plain.
Yeah. No frills.
What's a plain pizza? Is it like a supreme? Does it have capsicum on it? What's on a plain pizza?
Just cheese.
Cheese.
Oh, right, just cheese. Okay, so you got it simply cheese.
We're from New York. We're very particular.
You're from small town agricultural New York.
Yeah.
Which I realize
Hey,
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
definitely a thing.
I would
Upstate New
imagine
York is mostly.
more like orchards than grain, though.
Yeah, not grain,
Yeah.
but definitely agriculture.
Have grazing land up in upstate New York?
Maybe a little bit, not a lot. We've got
Yeah.
vineyards out east from where we are. There's a lot of vineyards around New York now.
Yeah. Isn't there like a whole island of vineyards in the New York area that rich people live on?
Martha's Vineyard?
I think that's
Yeah, that's more that's off the coast of Massachusetts, but it's sort of accessible from the North Fork, I think.
Yeah.
Like you can catch a ferry there.
Look, my knowledge of American geography is mostly from TV, so...
Hey, my knowledge of Australian
American
geography-
TV is very good at telling you about America, though.
Hey, my knowledge of Australian geography is that it exists, and there are cities there, like Sydney.
And there's an opera house.
There is an opera house. Oh man, that opera house. It's full on. Do you guys
so-
just eat the pizza awkwardly?
Just like
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine we're all just kind of like sitting around the table in silence, eating pizza. Gus is like drinking the fifth of whatever he got, and the lizards are like sitting on the windowsill nearby watching us.
The three lizards are crowded around a single piece of pizza.
Gus is dumping hot sauce all over a piece of pizza. He's kind of like looking at his kids and at the lizards and trying to come up with something intelligent to say. And finally,
Well,
Oh wait, no, I think it's one of those scenes where Gus looks at us and like opens his mouth like he's about to say something, then closes it and like shakes his head and looks back down at his pizza. Then Aiden looks up and looks around, opens his mouth like he's about to say something, closes it, does the same thing. Then Mark does the same thing, like just about to say something and then looks down again.
there's a lot of that. By the way, there is a move for like trying to remember your past lives and stuff. So like if you guys trying to describe, like if Gus is like trying to think of an explanation, you might trigger that move in the process, for example. If that's what you want to go for.
I think at this point it's all too raw and fresh, and Gus is trying to think about it as little as possible. And the first thing he can think of to say to Castrathan is did that spider thing hurt you, Castrathan?
Oh yes, it was incredibly painful, but I'm fine now. And then it like digs back down into the cheese.
So, how long have you been watching us?
Well, credit to the queen, to the Empress's divine magic. We only found you a few hours before they did. And then Bismarck butts in. Yeah, we only found you by following them.
Wait, by following what? I didn't hear that.
By following them.
Oh.
The Time Weavers, you mean?
Yeah, Time Weavers, you know.
Our ancient adversaries.
Well, yeah, you know.
Are they all giant spiders?
They're spider-like. Their closest Earth relative would be an orb weaver. And then you
We
see
have orb weavers?
Bismarck dig back in.
Right.
And then Australia perks up. Who's nibbling on the crust. It's like, you might have noticed a distinct absence of birds of lately. Time weavers, much like orb weavers, like to feast on flying creatures. It's part of the reason that they're your ancient enemies.
Because we fly?
Well, you fly-ish. And then ignoring on the crust.
Wait, what is fly-ish?
And then Australia looks to Castathan because he goes, what is the word? A similar thing. Like a train through the sky?
An airplane?
No, it definitely like a train. Or a cable car, says Bismarck.
So we can fly, but only when there are cables or
Oh no,
rail.
you don't have personal flight, Your Majesty. Your people devised a means of traveling through the spheres using sky trains.
And why did we turn into girls?
Because you were women. Only females of the royal line can hold the title of Flame Empress. The males.
Yeah, no, I get that. Get that an empress
The males have no
is a
divine
woman.
power. They can be quite solid soldiers. Some make excellent accountants. But the women have the true power.
Right, but I'm not a woman.
Well, no, of course you're not. But Athena
When
was.
do we get to change back?
Well, at the
Why-
moment,
why-
your
why
magical
then?
reserves are low, so you can only tap into your true power when it's absolutely necessary, such as life-threatening dangers or when the Time Weavers are nearby.
Oh. Oh.
So just to review, we're actually divine royalty, and our entire lives, as we remember them, are just some kind of disguise that we put on to escape from our ancient adversaries, the Time Spiders.
Time Weavers.
Fuck me. Gus downs whatever he was. The just takes a big swallow from the fifth of rye whiskey that he bought.
Aiden, now I'm going to roll to look at your past lives.
Go for it.
I'm going to.
As
I'm
you
gonna
try
roll
to
that.
think back about all the shit they're saying.
Damn it! I did well. I didn't want to. I wanted to roll like a 2. I got an 8, so I get a clue about something magical that's going on, though it's a little vague or inaccurate.
You see yourself, or maybe Athena, standing on. It kind of looks like a ballroom, but with a lot of controls around the edge of it. And you see like these sort of it's like a rail line, but it's arranged in like a 3D pentagon shape. So you've got 2 rails on the ground, and then you've got like 2 rails at like shoulder height or the equivalent on the train, and then like one running up the middle on top. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like you're riding in a tube of rail. And you realize that you must be like in the control room on the train through space, and you see like a bunch of spider web strung up between like points of light and stuff surrounding you, and you see like this man wearing kind of like he's got like samurai shoulder pads on, like a Renaissance, no, not Renaissance, like Napoleonic era, like double-breasted button-up naval shirt, and then he's
Okay.
got like plate armor greaves and like pants, and he's got like this large sword at his side, and he says, "Mr. Sweet, you cannot hope to defend against them, even with the great power you've been given by your queen. There's too many. We cannot hope to hold off. You must flee now to your mother's car. It is the only way. I will defend this place." And then you hear yourself say, "Thank you, Lord Bismarck. You are a true ally in these dark times." And then you find yourself sitting in the kitchen, eating a slice of pie.
Aiden like takes a sharp intake of breath, reaches out and grabs his father's fifth of whiskey and takes a swig of it too, and then points to Bismarck. You, what? Why are you a lizard? You were a person.
Huh? What? Goes back
Back
to eating pizza.
in the space train.
I think you're confused, young lady.
Wait, was he a person in the vision?
You got the sense that it was him, but maybe not. Maybe like this lizard is like a part of him or something. It's unclear.
There was Lord Bismarck. He was taking over the train so that I could escape.
Well, sounds like a pretty classy fella.
I mean, he did have a pretty cool jacket.
Can't wear a jacket myself, lizard and all. I mean, I
Right.
guess someone could like knit me a jacket.
So
Like a
how-
cord on my spiky part.
So just accepting the fact for a second that we're divine royalty from somewhere else.
Someone else.
That's worse, but what are we doing here?
And then everyone in the room looks at Gus.
Well, I think that's kind of obvious, don't you think? The Flame Empress used her divine magic to change us all into shit kickers, and now we're a family growing up in the Australian heartland.
The great
Protect-
interior.
Yeah, to protect us from the Time Weavers. I have no idea. I have no idea, Aiden.
Okay.
Look,
Right.
the question that's on my mind, these time spider things, they found us. You found us, that's good. They found us, that's bad. What do we do if they come back?
You
Or-
will probably have to fight them
change-
again. If you,
change back again and fight them?
yes, indeed. See, the core of a Time Weaver is a chaos seed, an eternity seed,
Oblivion Seed it was.
oblivion seed. The core of a Time Weaver is an oblivion seed. Oblivion being a kind of force that permeates reality. It controls fate.
That what I drink to achieve.
The control of your fate? In the past, Flame Empress, you were able to gather several of the Oblivion Seeds and use their energy to well, you sent yourself back. But perhaps if you can get enough of them, you could send the Time Weavers somewhere else and trap them there. Or use it to do something else to... There's a lot of magical energy in an Oblivion Seed.
Right.
So we're from the future.
You're from somewhere else.
Oh. So we need to kill a whole bunch of these spiders to get their seeds so we can go back to then.
Time Weavers bear a resemblance to Earth spiders, but you may have noticed they're not technically arachnids. They lack...
You can stop with that. I don't think we're going to stop calling them spiders anytime soon.
Well, I
They're
pointed
giant
out...
spiders. It's just easier, okay?
I pointed
Just-
out because... And, well... They're not always giant spiders.
Ah, well, okay.
See, these are things we need to know. Castathan information we need to have if we're gonna fight the Time Weavers.
They tend to have 6 limbs, though. In whatever form they take. Be it dog, snake, oversized
6
novelty cone.
slim snakes?
Mm.
Snakes don't have any.
Wrong! Some snakes have 2 legs.
He's
What?
Australian. I believe him.
Okay.
Some legs in the early snakes in the early stages of their lives have 2 rear legs that atrophy off later on, but they help them to learn how to slither.
Oh,
Huh.
training legs.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't think any Australian snakes have that, though. I think that's an African snake thing.
Yeah, I still believe you.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is all getting a lot for you, Mark. You know, there's a lot going on, and you just want to feel the way you felt again. You don't want to
Yes.
be in this awkward meat mistake.
Yeah. That's not the way I would have worded it, but yes. It just felt right to me. I don't know how to explain it, but this doesn't feel right. That does. That it
Brother's
does. It really
mumbling
does.
nonsense to himself. Hayden,
Mark, you alright?
I wore leggings to school today.
Okay.
that was your secret.
Yeah. I thought they were under the pants. It just felt more comfortable, and I
Well,
and he
son,
quiets back down. Seeing the kind of just looks around the table and just quiets back down.
apparently you're a divine princess.
Apparently,
Castathan, like, within the vision of Gus, but, like, out of the sight lines of Mark, sort of makes a, go on, you can be supportive gesture with his hands.
Aiden, not waiting for his father to try to like pick up the slack, like puts his hand on his brother's shoulder and gives him a squeeze. Like, hey, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
it doesn't.
No.
What?
Oh,
That is really good to hear. That is really, really good to hear.
Whatever makes you feel right. That's all that counts. As long as
exactly.
did you hurt anyone?
No.
Then there you
Well,
go.
the spider.
Well,
But
okay,
that probably was good that
spider
I
doesn't
heard it.
count. I don't mean when you transformed into badass lightning chick. I mean by wearing leggings to school.
No.
Did you hurt anyone?
No. Nobody.
Then what difference does it make?
No. None. None at all. None.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't make a difference.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
It feels good.
Aiden meant it as good. Like, you doesn't, Aiden, he's, I'd love you either way. Kid, doesn't matter. Wear a dress to school. I don't care. I mean, I'll probably have to beat up a few people, but that's all right.
Hell, she could probably beat up a few people herself.
Probably. He just kind of reaches
Bismarck
an arm
chimes
around.
in. Yeah, let's all beat up people.
Yeah.
Did you see your sister with that pink lightning fist thing she did?
That was. It just kind of came to me. It just happened.
Yeah, you guys seem to really have a handle on your hand-to-hand stuff, but it's going to be a lot more work when you guys start manifesting your weapons. Those things, they take a lot of magic to bring out, and they're forces of nature.
Weapons.
I mean, I got weapons. I got like a modified AK in the back room.
Modified in that I used the wood stock as kindling.
Yeah, okay. Weapons. So not all those chains I was covered in?
Well,
Those-
the
they're just
chains
like
will be a
weapons.
part of it. They'll take on the form of your oblivion channeling, but it'll be different. Some people summon swords. Other people summon hammers. Some people have more out of the box weapons. I saw your sister, she had this like fan thing. Oh man.
Wait, so how many others like us are there?
Would the Empress like to roll me 2d6?
Yeah. Here we go. I rolled a 9.
What are the individual numbers?
Oh, sorry. 4 and 5.
You have 45
Oh, I was joking, but I was right.
daughters in your past life. You can see all of their faces and recall all of their names for half a moment. And then it's gone.
Lots.
Oh, that's a lot of daughters. That's a lot of daughters.
What? How? We have lots of siblings? What? But how? How? Why
Well,
aren't they all here?
That's a long story. Well, they're not all here because Gus didn't provide them a vessel. Speaking of, where is the royal consort?
Who, what now?
What?
Your mother, as it were. I mean, your mother is here, obviously. Your real mother. But, the Empress is a man, so there would have been a woman.
Well,
Normativity being a thing.
last she wrote us, she was visiting. Let's see, did she ever actually make it overseas?
Well, you get postcards from overseas, whether
I
she
think
made
so.
it or not.
I think so.
Yeah. So Prague.
I was just about to say Prague.
Wonderful exotic Prague.
Yeah.
thought she wanted to get away from rural environments.
But this is a different one.
Yeah, this is European. There's
Yeah,
wine.
this one's Czech.
Ah, I see. And you never sought to take another consort, Your Majesty? All the lizards are looking at you awkwardly.
Yeah, well, things in the royal treasury haven't been what they once were, and the Empress hasn't really gotten a chance to get out much.
Ah, yes. You don't have servants in this when. And you wouldn't be collecting the royal revenues because, I mean, you don't provide a service to this kingdom. Perhaps we could employ a matchmaker, Your Majesty.
Well,
A young, virulent man like yourself, I'm sure you could produce many heirs to the throne.
this is getting slightly awkward.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been there the whole time.
Well, yeah, but a different one.
So
Um,
why now? So why do they find us now? What changed?
Who knows? Who knows how Oblivion works? Time and fate take their advantages where they come.
Great. So how? Okay, so we have to hunt down the not spider things to kill them and get their seeds so we could go home. How do we find them?
Well, I mean,
Well,
those
they
ones
will-
found us.
They will find you. They now have your scent. They know they know your magic, and what it tastes of.
Oh, good.
Probably be able to track it down.
Great. So
But-
they're gonna come to our home.
Well, I'd be more worried about the school,
Oh,
to be honest.
You haven't been to our school for very long.
Giant spider comes in. Teacher's like, all right, who built the giant spider? It's not Halloween, children. This isn't funny. Damn kids getting into the paper craft. Dang paper cura.
right.
Gus,
So we go. Yes.
where do you go when you're like stressed out and you have no money to buy alcohol?
Hmm.
What's a place that always calms your soul?
You know what? We mentioned
Something
it. We mentioned it. Yeah, I was gonna say we mentioned it before as the beautiful thing in the world. Going out to the wheat fields and watching the sunset.
Gus just walks out of the kitchen. Like,
All right. Yeah. Good work, Dad. Yeah.
What?
Great.
where are you going? Where's he?
Let him go. Maybe he'll stumble over a job on the way home.
whoa!
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Nothing. Now,
You walk down the backyard and through like this copse of trees. It's like, maybe 50 meters thick. And on the other side is at the edge of town, and you see like the wheat fields. You see the sun setting. You just stand there staring out across it. You're filled with turmoil. You don't know what you're gonna do. You gotta be a parrot. You gotta be two different kinds of parrot now.
Yes.
And you gotta like fight off giant spiders. What do you know about giant spiders?
I don't know nothing about giant spiders. However, Nanoha the Flame Empress apparently does. So I need to remember who the hell I was.
All right.
I'm gonna trigger that move, the memory move.
2d6, boy.
Okay.
It's not seek the truth. It's past lives.
All right. Past lives. I got a 6.
A 6, you get a clue about something magical that's going on, though it's a little vague or inaccurate. You see yourself or Noah standing in front of like a gilt mirror. You see a few candles in front of it, burning with purplish light, and like this strange sort of jagged almond-shaped gemstone thing, sitting on a table. She's looking into the mirror and she says, "If you are seeing this, that it means you have hit dire times." And then it sort of like fades into blurry smoke and comes back in. With enough of the oblivion, you will be able to make a better choice. I hope that the time I've given you and the power I have given you has led you to breeding an army. It is only through force of number, and then it like goes to smoke and solidifies back in. With might, you will be able to overcome them and take the oblivion from them. Do not trust, and then it like fades into smoke and comes back, in the
Of course.
power they have. You have to make better choices than I. The time weavers, and it cuts out and comes back in, are the only thing that stands in your way. It's like you left a message to yourself.
And then someone recorded over it.
Well, memory is fuzzy at best.
Yeah.
But you know what you have to do. You need more oblivion.
And I also need to breed an army.
Well, I think that's gone. I don't think that's a viable option now.
No, not really.
I mean, men stay virile for a long time, but like, it's not having a bunch of like kids. It's not going to help. You need super soldiers made of magical fury. Wee, name of the film.
Yeah, title drop.
Yeah.
All right. So once the sun has set and Gus has relived his memory message to herself, he turns and walks back to the house, and he says to his kids, "What are they? What are you two doing by the time Gus gets back?"
I would assume Aiden has cleaned up dinner and has sat Mark down at the table to do their homework.
I figure Mark's doing his homework, but on like also kind of I see him as doing a little bit of drawing. He's also kind of sketching what he remembers of the form and outfit he was in.
You're like you're drawing fan art of yourself.
Just trying to.
Nice. So they're sitting at the table, seemingly doing their homework. The lizards are nowhere in sight. Ryan?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Boys, girls,
Kids.
Thank you, Aiden. Kids.
What?
We're listening.
I don't really know what any of this means yet, but I left a message for myself. I said that we need those oblivion seeds to give ourselves another chance. Now, I don't want to put you two in any danger, but I feel like we're gonna have to work together if we want to bring these bastards down.
Right. Well, if that's what we have to do, then we'll work together. We're a family. That's what families do.
Yeah.
Your 43 other sisters aren't here to help us.
43?
Oh, I said 43 children. Well, 45 children. I didn't say they were all girls.
They were all girls. Okay. Okay, your 43 other brothers and sisters aren't here to help us.
Wow.
Ah,
So many. An impossible amount, and I love it. It's so anime.
yeah.
So, here's what I want you to do. We can't exactly... The Castathane and Bismarck and Estraya say that they're going to poke around here looking for us, so we got to stick around here. We got to pretend like nothing's wrong, like everything's normal. And when these things show up, we got to fight them.
Okay, so just go on living our lives as if we didn't find out that we're magical princesses living in hiding, and then fight the giant knot spiders when they show up. Okay, cool.
You have a better idea, Aiden?
No, but this is all fucking ridiculous. I'm not entirely unconvinced that I'm not hallucinating this whole thing. That your drunk ass didn't run me down on the road and that was just one hit on the head too many. Maybe I'm in a coma.
Aiden, come on, just let's not fight. Like we said, we're supposed to be working together, and if we're arguing and getting mad at each other, that's not really working together. We have to be a unit if we're going to do this.
Unit.
I get it.
I just don't understand how you're so accepting of this. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
I don't understand it either. I don't know what to say, but you know, if this is what's happening, this is what we're dealing with, right? What else is there to say? The Estraya said it's perfectly natural. That's
Aiden,
what
son. Your mother left me to run off to Europe. I lost my job.
You lost your job?
Yes.
Nice, Dad.
What?
Let's not focus on that.
The neighbors are running off to the next town over to get involved in drone farming, whatever the fuck that is. And we just got run off the road by a giant crystal spider and ate dinner with talking lizards.
I mean, technically, you got run off the road by a lizard.
True.
But
yeah, and your point is?
My point is, I've been wondering for weeks now what in the fuck comes next. And I guess this is it.
Oh, so this is what comes next. So everything, our entire lives up to this point is just a lie? So I guess I should just forget about, trying to get into school and getting my grades up and that math test I have tomorrow and making sure that Mark has breakfast in the morning because our drunk ass father can't get himself out of bed. Just not worry about all that stuff, right? And focus on the giant fucking magic spiders.
Gus, maybe you should say something about how you've got to seize opportunity to make your future.
Okay. Son, all I'm saying is, gotta seize the opportunity to make your future.
Well, I didn't mean use those exact
Literally.
words.
I can't really think of a way to put it any better.
All right.
If
These are the cards we've been dealt. We can either try and ignore that, or
you gotta face facts. Now I don't know what all the facts are, but I know that there are giant fucking spiders out there. And they're not always spiders, but
sometimes they'll be snakes.
Sometimes they might be snakes or dogs or cats or whatever else the talking lizard said they might be.
Or handsome man. Don't forget handsome man.
They might be people?
Right, face facts. Okay. So, the fact is that you just said before we have to keep on pretending everything's normal. So, I have a math test tomorrow, and if I don't pass it, I might have to go to summer school. So, I'm going to go study for that, and why don't you give me a shout when the evil zoo attacks again, okay? And Aiden picks up his things from the table and just marches off to his room and slams the door.
Aiden.
What?
No, just under my breath. Aiden, dang it.
Oh, I hope I'm not ruining it, but
No, that's fine.
I kind of like this turn of events.
I figure Aiden's the pragmatic one. He's the one that has to take care of everything, or he's taking care of the family most of the time. And now it's like, oh, okay, and now we have to fight giant alien things.
Well, now there's spiders.
That's what I
Great.
needed.
Right. And Gus is just at the point where he's like, I don't know what the fuck else could go wrong in my life. And, oh, wait, I'm a magical god queen who has apparently reincarnated her daughters in this shithole.
You know what? At
So
least
I'm
it's
even-
a change of pace.
Right. I'm even more responsible for this terrible bullshit than I was before.
And Mark is taking this a lot better than the others.
Mark's all about it. You could have chose any when, but you chose this when? Why?
Mark's like, wait, so when do we get to change again?
Right.
And then I think slow, sort of sad but hopeful, sorrowful music plays as the credits roll, and it shows magical princesses in ballrooms and in infinite white space, looking forlorn at you guys.
There's magical space trains and
Yeah, you guys looking back over your shoulder down the hallway, and then seeing the faint image of chains or a little bolt of lightning or something as the credits roll for the end of the pilot.
Yep.
Yeah. How'd you guys find Magical Fury?
It was interesting.
I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Better than I thought it would, although we didn't do the weird scene thingy that it does, where you take turns doing scenes, and each move is one scene. I don't know if I'm into that. I support it. I'm not into it, and I'm glad we kind of did it a bit.
Yeah.
But I much prefer the way it came out, because I don't know about the way it's written in the book, but there's some good stuff, and those random tables are a gem.
Oh, I always
Yeah.
love random tables. all about random tables.
Ewan, he
Yeah.
knows how to write his random tables clearly.
He
Oh
does.
yeah, those are good.
Yeah, so I wanted to do I wanted to do giant spiders. I thought that would be cool. Then you're like, so because I wanted to use the all the birds are disappearing one, and I'm like, oh, orb weavers. Orb weavers are bird hunting spiders. So
You didn't mention a single 6 being around.
didn't I? How many legs did the fucking spiders have?
Yeah,
But
I caught that
the
one.
number wasn't around. It was
That
just
That was
a fact.
the number 6. I included it.
Well, now in the future we would have to know that the enemies all have 6 legs, or
Yeah.
that would be something. Presumably, if this continued into a series, that we
I'm
would.
just
would
going to
tip us
stick with
off.
my outrage. Not only just remembering about the 6 thing.
6 limbs.
Nailed it.
Yeah, and then like mid-season, the tuxedo mask character shows up, and he's always wearing a cloak, so that you can't see his second set of arms.
Oh, man. Ooh.
I picture like if this were the actual pilot, it would have some sort of setup where, like after the credits, it would cut to like that giant spider like in a dark room in some sort of weird clicking language, and the subtitles would say, "We found them, my lord," and it would cut to like a shadowy figure saying, "Good, now we shall eliminate them."
Yeah, impossibly handsome 6-limbed dude in like tight pants.
No, you know who it is? Fucking Jason.
Zohaib.
Yes,
Wow.
it's Jason.
I love it.
Jason
love it.
always wears hoodies. Hey, you know how the other day we tackled Jason and in practice? I mean, it might just be me, but it felt like he had a second set of vestigial arms under his jersey.
Nah, man. You're crazy.
Remember when we had his
Super
arms
buff.
pinned down? They still managed to throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I want to take a look at what's the other one? Magical Burst, which is so Magical Burst is the RPG that the writer was originally writing, and then like he got stuck and was like, oh, I'm gonna make this other thing. To overcome the writer's block, and then he made Magical Fury. So Magical Fury has a few more fiasco-y elements in that whole like trading scenes thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have like the other thing that Fiasco has of like the outcome determination, and like it also has moves and rolls and stuff in it. So like it's like I wasn't sure why you do it that way rather than using traditional RPG stuff. But yeah, Magical Burst is a bit more long form. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about. I haven't looked at it close enough to know whether it would be better to play Magical Burst. It'd be interesting even if it just had more moves, so that you could have more moves.
Yeah. More
Yeah.
options. I would have liked the battle to go on a little more because
Yeah, it says the first battle
the
is.
first battle is only one round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of doing another battle, but like the end scene didn't quite go the way that I thought it would. So I
sorry.
did. Well, no, that's fine. So I didn't do one. I was thinking of having like maybe the spiders burst through. I was gonna have Mark like run out into the street or something. I was gonna ask like, "Oh, Mark, where do you go when you're distressed?" But I didn't end up doing it just because like the way the time was unfolding. I was like, "Nah, one battle's enough."
Yeah. I kind of feel like that was an interesting twist because usually in these type of shows, you do like the quick setup battle where the heroes get taken off guard, and then at the end they have a small win. And I think it was cool that we kind of ended things on a down note where Gus is kind of I don't know why I called him Greg.
I think I know why you called him Greg.
Gus is kind of ineffectually trying to, reconcile with his children and get them to unite as a family. And Aiden just called him on his bullshit.
Yeah, I did a bunch of foreshadowing in the game that I was like, why am I doing this? I'm not going to run a campaign of this.
Well, maybe if the listeners really like it, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, write us in. Yeah.
Hey, we
Yeah.
got a comment on Twitter while we were broadcasting.
Who was it from?
We did?
Yeah, I posted it in the chat. I guess Eric didn't see it. Someone.
No, I saw you say, but I didn't see who it was from. or what the comment
It was from Yodel.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, of course it was Yodel.
He said he really liked your character, Eric.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Eric was
said-
like the pin that held us together.
The character
Yeah.
you're playing is giving me the feels.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, when Ryan said in the planning chat, oh, what if we're like queens or goddesses? I'm like, yep, yep.
The answer
And I
is
had
both.
the whole idea of, well, they're reincarnated princesses. What if the queen did it to like? I need to throw them off the scent. They'll never think to look for a lowly male.
No one ever does.
Nope.
But yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it. I actually really enjoyed running it. It was kind of yeah, it sort of falls between Fate, Fiasco, and Powered by the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like the way it runs. I
Mhm.
think it could use. I think it could use a few more moves, a few more diversified moves, but for the most part, it's fine. I think
Is this supposed to be an apocalypse hack?
It is an apocalypse hack. It's based
Okay.
on some dungeon world offshoot, I think. I can't remember. It's like earlier in the book. It talks. Actually, it might be in the acknowledgements at the end. It talks about it. I can't remember what it's called. The thing it's based on. It's got a weird name.
I mean, you could really follow the
Sundered Land is
Okay.
the apocalypse world hack that it borrows most of its rules from,
Okay.
which I've never even heard of.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
neither have I.
There are so many Apocalypse World hacks.
Yeah.
So many of them, you're like, whew, I don't know about that. Like the ones that have really implicit settings, it's like, I get what you're doing, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Apocalypse World works best when it's about like archetypes in a genre,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
actual setting stuff is made up in the moment. Like they're not toolbox games; they're genre games. So it's not like GURPS. It's not meant to be all things to like do any game with it, but it's meant to be do this genre, as
Mhm.
opposed to do this one setting. And when Apocalypse World stuff does, when people try to do this setting, even if they don't call it this setting, I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
That's me. Anyway,
Different
I'm glad you
approach
guys
to
liked it.
approach.
I'm going to stop the recording because we've been broadcasting. If you guys like this, leave us a comment on the stream or on Twitter. If you've left comments in the actual stream, sadly those don't show up. You have to like comment on the video afterwards because for some reason YouTube deletes the live stream comments rather than just saving them as comments on the video. Which
I think there's something that you can do in the Google Hangouts toolbox that will show the comments during the stream in the chat.
it will do that, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
It shows them on
It'll still go-
it shows them in like a separate chat bar for
Ah.
us, but it doesn't save them, which is the annoying thing. The other thing, yeah, I don't know if we'll put this up on the website or not, but we might put it up on both. Might be on Ragnarok and Insert Quest here, but I don't know. You'll be able to watch it on the YouTube channel though, on the Ray Cox Insert Quest here YouTube channel. However, if you're listening to the live stream, coming up on the 17th of November, we are going to be doing a 12-hour live stream from 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Daylight Savings, to 8 p.m. same time zone. So that's 12 hours to celebrate the launch of our Patreon. We're going to be trying to drive up some subscriptions and things like that. We're going to be like playing games on the live stream. We're going to be talking about RPG stuff, doing stupid things, And there'll be more information at the Patreon. We'll talk more about that as it comes out and tell you guys what we're going to try and do with it. But one of the Patreon rewards is you get to do live games with us, and another one is you get to do live games. You'll get to have me run a live game for you and your friends.
Ooh.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
go give me money so that I can, make more recordings. And we'll talk more about that in the future. But yeah, do you guys have any upcoming events that you want to plug?
No,
Well,
I don't think so.
for the listeners in the live stream, next week and the week after, we have the series finale of Alex's Stray Thoughts Chronicle coming up.
I've just started listening to Stray Thoughts, and I'm getting into it. I'm liking it a lot more than the first time I tried to listen to it.
Oh, good. Glad you like it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I like it. I'm into it.
Yeah, I think it ran smoother and better than our first Eclipse Phase game. It's a little more concise.
Because I was there.
Yeah, and and people know the setting better.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, leave us comments and stuff. If you have any questions, if you can email us at insertquesthere@gmail.com, and you can find us on like all social media and stuff like that by finding us by looking for Insert Quest here. And even if you just go to our website, we've got all that information on there. And yeah, we always want to hear from you. If you have any thoughts while you're listening to like a podcast or anything, like leave us a comment. Because I don't know what you thought unless you tell me. But suggest games. Tell us to look at stuff. If you think we did something weird in a game, ask us why we did it that way, and maybe suggest an alternative. We're always looking to hear back from you. It's always great when you guys contribute because it helps us know what you want, what you like, and helps us be better at what we're doing. But farewell from the past. I'm Raymond.